What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den this evening. I hope everybody is doing fine and dandy. I thank you for the privilege. I thank you for the honor of allowing me to be your host this evening. I am Ed Honcho. If you don't know, this is the den, the best conversation on the internet. And again, like I said, it is an honor and a privilege to get to speak with you this evening. Tonight we're going to be talking about the power of lust. And I know you're like, well, I thought earlier you said we're going to be talking about the other situation. It kind of made me think about something. We're going to talk about some things, and I'll kind of get further into that in just a second. Let's go through our proper protocols. If you want to follow the Den Show on all the proper social medias, man, hey, Facebook.com/Den Show Live, Twitter and Instagram @Den Show Live. You can find all of the links in the description below. To get to those a little bit easier if that helps you out. If you ever want to contact the Den when we're not live, you can always call 833-284-3336. Leave a comment, leave a voicemail, whatever thoughts are on your mind. You can always share that. If you just want to leave an email, send a link, share a story, something like that. denshowlive@gmail.com. If you want to tell a friend about the Den, tell them to go to thedenshow.com. If you want somebody to get there live, tell them to go to thedenshow.com/live. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the Den, and we got some late love last night. Shout out to T. Child, she came through, dropped a Denjamin in the Den, a Denjamin of Denjamins. I don't know, but she came through and showed some late love. If you want to support the Den, you go to streamlabs.com/the Den Show. If you want to support, the super chats are currently cut off, but the Streamlabs is available to support the Den, and I appreciate everybody who comes through showing love and dropping off them Denjamins. It is well appreciated as we continue to strive towards our goal to set up a better foundation for the Den Show Studios, Strength Soft Sports, Honcho Studios. I don't know whatever we're going to call it, but appreciate all that love. If you want to support via Patreon with a monthly pledge, you go to patreon.com/the Den Show. Several tiers there. Shout out to James Martin and Stina Starry-Eyed. Current Patreon supporters, I appreciate the love. But you go to patreon.com/the Den Show. If you want to make a monthly pledge from $1 to $5, $10, $50, whatever you want to pledge, it's greatly appreciated. And like I said, there's several tiers and rewards on those different tiers. And like I said, we have a Discord chat, so if you want to become a part of that, and like I said, we can keep that Den conversation going all day long. The Discord allows you to share links, share pictures, if you like memes and stuff like that, voice chat, text chat, a variety of things. So if you're interested in that, the way you access that is through the Patreon support. So I appreciate everyone who is showing love via Patreon. But let's talk about lust, the power of lust. Well, why are we talking about the power of lust? Because lust makes people do crazy things. And I think a lot of people still confuse what love is, what lust is. Give me a second. I think there's a delay. There's like a 20-second delay. Let me figure out what's going on here. I don't know how much of a delay y'all are getting because I don't think we're right on the money. Give me just a second. All right, we should be back. Hopefully we should be caught up. I tried to get rid of that delay, and so hopefully now we'll get caught back up where we're supposed to be. So if there's a little hiccup, if anything happened, if you need to refresh it, don't go ahead and do that. But let's see who's joining us this evening. I see Jason S., Just Sarah, Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Wise, Rashida, Oscar, Bell Southern Style, what's the motherfucking deal? Blue Magic, Sweetberry, what's the motherfucking deal? Wish this thing would quick jump to the bottom so I could actually say what's up to everybody. Simply Deep, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. Keisha R, what's the motherfucking deal? I don't want to scroll down. That's what I'm saying. The chat just does weird shit. Shout out to ASAP Overtime and Gabriel Medina. Y'all are the newest friends in the Den, so thank y'all. I don't know if y'all are watching the video, if y'all are actually in here, but it's all good. Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Culture Anubis, what's the motherfucking deal? I think the delay should hopefully be gone. I don't know. I'm not sure how much it is or not. But let's talk about it. Let's get into it, man. Lust, love. How can you tell the difference? How come it seems that most people do things out of lust, or they have an issue telling the difference? And I think it starts with how you're raised, honestly. And the reason I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get to this because, like I said, I've been following this story the Malia Davis story for quite some time. And if you don't know, the father or the stepdad got picked up today, and I got to thinking about this mom and why she puts her child in such a bad situation. If all the things that have allegedly been said were true, and you know, it's just so many rumors, so many things going around with it. Why? What is it that you're doing that you're allowing yourself to be in this situation? It can't be love. Love is something different. If you know what love really is, then you know how to, you know, that love is unlimited. You know, there's no limit on love. And what I mean by that is, if a person truly loves you, say it's the man that loves a woman, he loves the child also. He wouldn't abuse, he wouldn't do these things. But when you don't know the difference, you know, lust, there's a limit on that. One, you shouldn't be lusting for children, but two, you're dedicating so much energy to lust, and that's what she had for this man, is lust, because she withdrew her, what should have been love for her child, and it became lust for this man. And she neglected the things that were around her. She didn't think clearly. And so that's what I mean about lust. When you're infatuated, I believe that's lust, not love. And I don't even know if lust is always purely physical. You could lust for the things that someone does for you, or lust for their time, the attention. And it might not really be the love and the care. I think lust is more selfish. I think love is more generous. Again, lust makes you think foolishly. Love can make you think foolishly too. But Miss Shanshan, how you doing? It's always good to see you. And so again, you know, because I've been looking at these stories, and there's just been so much stuff, and been wondering why men would do this, why women would do this. And to me, it's lust. It's lust. I mean, it could be of a sexual nature. It could be maybe some type of desperate, I don't know. But it's not good. And I'm not saying that lust is bad. Lust, maybe on a temporary scale, you know, if it's a mutual lust for one another, I think it's fine. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Hey, you know what? You attract somebody, you're grown, y'all are consenting adults, you lust for one another, you get that shit out the way, you do what it do, you go on about your way. But if you're talking about a long-term relationship or something, lust will never sustain. Lust can generally become more one-sided. And a person can take advantage of you when they know that you are blinded by such desires. It could be what you think is love. But I think that it's hard for people who have not truly experienced love to really know what it is. And what I mean by that, I think it starts with parenting. I think if you were never truly given that love, or maybe, I'm not going to say it starts with parenting. It does start with parenting, but I'm saying that, you know, maybe you can feel it. Somebody else can show it to you, and you understand what it is. But I think once you get to a certain age, you've never truly had love, someone's never truly cared for you, I think you become a certain way. And I think most women, I think most people have never truly experienced love. And so I think that's part of the problem with a lot of these things that are going on in the world. You know, again, love, you know, you're willing to make sacrifices, you're willing to do things. And again, love is not of a sexual nature. It's not of a physical nature. You know, like I say, let me make sure I word this right. I have love for people. I can't stand people. I hate people, but I have love for people, like humanity in itself. Sometimes the individuals get on my motherfucking nerves, but you know what it is, East out here, what's the motherfucking deal? Jaja, what's the motherfucking deal? Lust is physically placed, love is giving back. Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with lusting for whores, you know. If that's what you gotta do, hey, that's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Rob Myers, what's the motherfucking deal? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but there's a point where you have to have control over it. You know, if you lust for them too much, you know, and you know, you let it get a little out of control, you know. And then, hey, then that might be a different issue. That might be a different problem. But the thing about it is, the power of lust, man. Think about it. Lust is what, if you're watching these rap videos, when it catches your eye, these women scantily clad, you don't love them. You don't give a shit about them. I don't give a shit about what achievements she's accomplished in life. I don't give a fuck about what her goals and dreams are, which most of them is probably just to be in a video. But I don't give a fuck about any of that. But I'm attracted to her body. That's lust. If there was a deeper concern for her well-being, for, to support, to help motivate, to help grow, to help push into, a higher stratosphere, a higher level of living, then that's more love. When you're concerned about them outside of just the physical sense, when you're willing to sacrifice from yourself, I won't say that because you can talk about money, but when you're willing to make sacrifice so that this person can make gains, that's love. Lust is about what you can get from someone. What can I achieve? I would love to feel her physically. I would love to grab that ass or whatever else it may be. That's lust. What can I get out of it? Not what can I give, what can I get out of it? Well, because I can get this dick, but I can give, that's all I can give. No, but seriously, lust is taking, love is giving. And I think, again, like I say, most people don't understand. Some people are just so happy to say that they have somebody. Some people are so happy to have a partner to be physical with. And if it's good enough to them, they think that's love. There's a lot of women out there who think that being on the receiving end of some type of physical affection, they think that giving up some pussy is love. And that's why I say a lot of people are confused about what it is, I think there's a lot of people in a lot of bad relationships out there that have been started over lust and have not developed into love. And so I think that this is the reason why a lot of things happen. I think, lust leads to a lot of these kids that are born that weren't necessarily wanted, but now they're here. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a shitty situation. Edwin, what's the motherfucking deal? You say love is nice, but in terms of what's going to help you, it's just there. Got pros and cons. I don't know. I think love will propel you further than anything else in life. But it depends on what you're in love with. It depends on what kind of love you get. I think that love doesn't have to be, there's degrees to it. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's like a one size fits all love. You know what I mean? So I think that that's important. Just Sarah, what's the motherfucking deal? But now here's the deal with, you can be blinded by love. Now, if you're blinded by love, then yes, it becomes a liability. But if you maintain your senses, which everybody is not quite capable of doing, I think that's where you have to draw the line between not love and lust, but love and maybe infatuation. I think infatuation is what blinds a lot of people, and I think that's what leads a lot of people down the wrong path. And I think that's a different problem in itself. I think infatuation it's a serious issue. You know what I'm saying? But excuse me, I thought I was gonna burp. But my thing is, you have to understand where each has their place. I don't think infatuation ever has a place, so I don't think that's in the same category. Lust has a place. There's nothing wrong with having lust. You're a human being. You're going to lust for other human beings, unless you're like, what, a sexual? Harold Letterman. A sexual oyster. Hey, lust is the best of the sins, though. If you're gonna sin, hey, do it right. Don't do that other stupid shit. Get the right sin. But my thing is this. I don't necessarily see the issue with that, because again, there's a lot of other sins that go with it. We all gonna be doing some level of sinning. So, If you're gonna do it, do the right one. But my thing is this: if you've never experienced love, if you've never really truly experienced love, man, you're missing out on something. And again, it doesn't have to be the love in the sense of with you and getting married and things of that nature. But I will agree with you on this, Coach. You said the pros and cons. Here's the thing about love too: if you truly experience it, it can be extremely painful to lose, and that means that can be in death. That could be the death of a loving parent. It could be the death of a loving spouse, a loving friend, and that is tough. You know, experiencing things like that. It could be a sibling. It could be anything. And so there's the pros and cons of it, but it's worth having that love. Trust me, it's worth experiencing than never having been loved ever. You know, a person who's never had love, never been loved, is generally miserable. You know, and it's unfortunate because honestly, all the money in the world and, you know, people that get super rich, and I'm not knocking being rich. Hey, money's good, money's great. But my thing about it is, but if you lust after money, I don't think you're miserable. I think you do everything you want. I think some people pursue it not necessarily knowing what they want. They think that it's going to get them something else, and then they're sadly mistaken, you know. But my thing is, if you've never experienced love, because you can have love and you can lust also. But, you know, it's an experience that you would hope that everybody gets to have, you know. But we're going to open up the lines here, and we're going to talk about some things. I'm mad. I'm running late, get everything going. I ain't even filled my cup up. I ain't had no agua. But again, yeah, it's about what you desire. It's about what you perceive. But I want to know your thoughts on love. I want to know your thoughts on how it impacts human beings and how it affects lives. Because again, you have people who lust after people. You have people who become infatuated and they're willing to sacrifice everything to get these certain things. And that person may not even give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very interesting. Y'all young cat don't know nothing about no love. Man, y'all ain't never been in love. You better love your mama, goddammit. Did you ask your grandpa about the lot lizards? How about that? Let me open the line up. Let me start fucking with y'all, man. But I would like to know, this is what I would like to know as we take some calls. I would like to know individually, personally, what you feel the difference is between love and lust. And how can you as an individual, or how have you as an individual, been able to tell if you were in love with someone or if you just simply lusted after someone? You know what I mean? And so I definitely would like to hear that on the calls. How can you tell the difference? How do you know the difference in your experience if you've had that experience? Just here, no, you gotta sit in that company home. You gotta tell them, hey, the den on right now. Y'all come back later. Y'all go sit in the in the living room till I get done, for like another couple hours. Already, just Sarah, it's good to see you. You say I love, but being vulnerable is uncomfortable. This is true, but it's a risk you take, and anything that you take is a risk reward, right? So my thing is, the reward is worth the risk if it's truly love. If you truly love somebody. I think I got a spider web on my nose. And so what I'm saying is, you know, you'll make those sacrifices, you'll go that extra mile, but you're hoping that, you know, that it's reciprocated. If it's truly reciprocated, but if not, then we have a different conversation going on. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Josh, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind this evening?
All right, man. But about lust, man, it's like this topic came right on time for me because it's just like even yesterday, this is stuff that I hate doing because my older brother uh is girls out of town for a little bit, so he invited me to come hang out with some of his coworkers. And I was just like, shoot, I was like, okay, I ain't doing nothing. We barely get to see each other because we both busy. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go all night. Next thing you know, some bullshit, which, well, I can almost try to see that coming, but sometimes you want to be nice and not say shit. So we go to Twin Peaks to watch the Rockets game. Tough scene. I don't want to bring sports into it, but they do what they always do in less than 5 minutes. But anyway, uh, during that game, yeah, some of the coworkers, some people over there, literally lusting over girls that's over there, and I was like, this, like, if I'm ever in a position where I'm like 30 years old and lusting over girls, trying to holler at girls, then I kind of fucked up in life, stuff like that. And even the time that we went and tried to find a club or some shit, and dudes was trying to take girls out, and next thing you know, they was broke as hell. So we just drove around the city of Houston for no damn reason, just to drop us off and just to drive all the way back home. So that shit. So my brother wasted gas for no reason doing some dumb shit. So that's what lust can get you. It can get you in a whole lot of consequences and then a whole lot of hurt. So it is what it is.
Okay, so let's say you make a bad decision. You said being 30 years old, still lusting after women, because I don't think that energy ever dies unless you get married. And you don't be lusting after one woman and loving that same woman. So say you make a decision, you get with somebody and that doesn't work out, and you say you spent a significant amount of time with them, and then you're back on the market. You think that's inappropriate to be lusting, or somebody who may have had a marriage didn't work out and they decide, hey, you know what, right now marriage isn't working for me. That's not what I'm looking for. Would that be inappropriate to be of that age and then lusting?
Well, no, I was saying from the aspect of like older people lusting after young girls working at Twin Peaks or Hooters like that. I'm not saying that because of course men are going to be like attracted to women, so they're going to try to follow and do everything else. Like if it's women around your own age, that's one thing, but when there's like a big age discrepancy, not saying that it's illegal past 18 because past 18 pretty much can do whatever you want, but we talking about a 35 to 19-year-old type discrepancy where it's obvious and it's just like, oh, like you need to get your boy or something like that. So I'm only talking in that aspect.
So why is that though? I mean, why do you feel that way? Why is that an issue? Like you said, everything over 18 is legal, and if you're older, you might want some of that fresh young hype. You may not want the experienced, ripened fruit. You may want some of that, that steel green on the scene. What's wrong with that?
All right, it's just the thing with me is like I kind of think that big of an age discrepancy is kind of weird to me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but maybe you okay with with you doing stuff like that. But I guess even me looking at my first instinct would be like, man, isn't that kind of like weird some shit? Because usually most people I see doing that, they kind of had like one or too many drinks or something like that. They're not really trying to go after something like that.
Okay, so I got a question for
So
you, Josh, and it's gonna be semi-personal, but not too personal. Have you ever looked at adult erotica?
have I ever looked at what
Adult erotica porn.
adult? I would say no.
So you've never seen porn. You've never looked at porn.
What the hell?
I'm asking you a serious question, man. This is a serious question. I'm not even fucking with you. I'm asking you a serious question. Have you ever watched porn?
Yes,
Did you ever watch porn when you were under the legal age of being able to watch porn? So under 18, did you ever watch porn?
probably. I guess either once, and that was like when I was like 17, almost 18.
Okay.
Like not younger than that.
Okay. So when you saw it, any of the women that you saw, did you find them even slightly attractive?
I would say even at the even when I was 17 doing it, I would say like not that many. So I would just say like maybe one or two, just some I can count on one hand. So
One is
it
enough. I
wasn't
mean,
like
if it's any of them, if you just saw any of them that you found that were attractive, one is enough. So if you saw, did you see
okay.
any of them that you found attractive?
Yes, I would say at least one, maybe two. I guess. Like I'm just gonna put that out there because
Okay.
I'm literally trying to remember. So
Okay, I mean
that's
it's no
okay.
big deal. Like I said, I'm not trying to get your whole Pornhub history or anything. I'm trying to prove a point. So, would you say this category of women that you were looking at this age, would they have been in maybe like a teen category, a MILF category, just maybe a various age? But how old would you think that the women were that you were looking at?
Yeah, at that age, they were like at least probably 1 to 2 years older than I am. Like me going to watch 35 to 40-year-old freakly porn or some shit. I mean that ain't me. So
I mean, how did you
and
know?
I
I mean,
ain't into
how
it.
did you know specifically? Because you'd be surprised at some of the ages of some of the women in this industry that look a certain way. So I'm just curious how you would know.
I would know. So so even with me, it's just like because usually they have like some categories where it's just like oh older women and stuff like that. And usually sometimes like when you scroll, like even when you scroll there like now or some shit, you can see the women that are like at least you could tell they're at least like 30 because it's just most wrinkles and stuff like that. I'm like okay, I'm not attracted to that, so dude, just keep scrolling. So
Hmm.
I know that other people do it, but it's just not me.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna tell you, you haven't seen enough women in your life, but my deal is this
okay,
though. All right, my deal is this. You know, um, regardless, you've seen some type of pornography. You've seen some woman that you found older and attractive, and if you had that opportunity, well, I don't know. I know I know what your situation. I ain't gonna put you all out there, but I know that you know you're a good Christian young man, and so you're gonna do the right thing. But um, say you weren't and you were of a different mind state that you would engage in. So what would be different between a young man bagging, say, a cougar or something a little bit older, even if it was just for some hype, it's not for marriage or anything like that, than say an older person young and howling at somebody younger? What would be the difference in your opinion?
yeah, those two things, like if that were the case, that would probably be like the same in your aspect of where you're coming from. But I guess that me just having that mindset of that's just weird either both ways. Like let's just say an 18-year-old try to do that with someone that's like 30 or 40, and a 40-year-old like person that would try to do it for 18. So I think it's both weird, like for both ways. So I mean, that's just me. Other people might have different views, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's legal, so anybody can do it. So I
Okay.
mean, not saying that. I'm not telling you. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not here to tell people what to do and what not to do. But people have their better judgment. So
Okay. I'm just asking, I'm just curious. All right. Well, that's a bad Josh. You know, then lust can get you in and definitely get you in some trouble. And age discrepancies to some people are a thing. So, like I said, I'm not gonna harass you anymore about that, but I appreciate it.
all right, man. And I don't mind like asking questions because I want people to know and I want everything to know. So no questions too hard. So I mean, it is what it is. Not harassing. Just
Okay.
really want to know.
Okay. Just asking questions. All right. Well, that's a bit, man. Good to hear from you, Josh. Man, I appreciate the call, man.
All right, man.
All right, there we go. Now, me personally, especially on that aspect, the age discrepancy thing, I used to look at it a certain way, but once you're legal, you like what you like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, I'm off the market, so we're not talking about me. But let's just say if I had to get out there and compete with some of these young bucks, you know, look, I got a better shot than some of y'all with some of these, whatever you call it. You'll be surprised. Women, see, when you were in high school, them chicks were dating niggas that's older than you are right now. Okay, I'm just gonna drop it like that, and this is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so women with older men, don't even be surprised. You'll be them niggas who was hollering at them chicks probably had a better shot than you did. Being honest, just being honest about it. And that's all I'm saying. Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? T Wood, what's the motherfucking deal? Shonda, Professor Trio, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm sorry about your ears. I apologize for anybody's ears who may have been tainted by that. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Roman.
All right, all right, all right. What's on your mind there, Roman?
Alright, man. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna make this call just not too long. I know people are like Roman been rambling, rambling Roman. I'll take the new nickname, so I'm cool with it.
Hold on one second, Roman, because it looks like I don't know if we're getting a little slow down. You're not Roman. I'm just trying to make sure the stream is not all the way out of whack. It got a little janky. Okay, we good. It looked like it was getting a little
We
janky for a
good.
second. Yeah, we good. Okay, go ahead, Roman.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Okay, I was just saying I ain't gonna make this call too long. I know my new nickname is Rambling Roman, so I'm gonna try to keep it on point. Um, I'm cool with the nicknames. Y'all can make 1,000 of them. I'll rock it. But okay. When it comes to lust, man, people do anything for it, man. Lust is weird. You know, I could get biblical about it, but I'm just keep it. You know, with what you see. You know, people will do anything for their sexual desires, man. I mean, people will kill for it. People will hurt other people for it, and you know, you see it anytime. Like lust is a motherfucker. People are weird about what they want and what they do. I mean, lust is so powerful. Why do you think porn is the most searched and the most number one thing on the internet? Number one, it's number one for it. It's number one for a reason. You know, it's porn literally gives you everything you want in a video. If you want to see black girls, you got it. You want to see niggas, you got it. Blah 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 blah, you got it. And people love that, you know. And I mean, don't forget, it is one of the seven deadly sins, TikTok. And but everybody does it. You know, everybody goes through it. And I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing, but it could get dangerous because people can go to the mindset of, I have a sexual desire for that person. I want that person now. I want it now. And to where they get so, they could become a stalker, a killer. It can become something worse than just a sexual desire for somebody that just you know. So I'm just saying, when it comes to lust, man, like I said, everybody does it. It's a powerful thing. The power of it. I know that's the name of the show tonight. It's a powerful thing to where you just gotta watch out. You gotta watch out and just don't let your sexual desires get too much into your head. You know, don't go stalking people or want them to be yours, man. If it ain't meant to be, goddamn it ain't meant to be. Like I say, porn is there for a reason. Look up what you want to look at, and you know the rest. It's your boy Roman, man. I'm out.
Already, Roman, man. Appreciate the call, man.
Man, anytime.
Already. So, my thing is this. Hey, man, fuck the dictionary. Use the Urban Dictionary. All you gotta do is hit that explain. My thing is this, though. Okay. And Roman said something interesting about lust taking over people's minds, making them stalkers, killers, whatever. You know, I got a question about what do you guys think about rapists and this? I know they're disgusting people. We'll come back to that because y'all will be like, what the fuck you mean when we think about rapists? They're pieces of shit. But we'll come back to that. We'll take this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? It's Mr. Rabbit.
Mr. Rabbit, what would you like to drop on the conversation tonight, Mr. Rabbit?
So I went to, so I looked at two definitions of lust. One from Google, two from the Urban Dictionary. And one that I got, the one that I got from Google, said it's basically like a strong sexual desire. And the Urban Dictionary said you love someone but you're ready to fuck them.
So which one do you think is more accurate?
I think the Urban Dictionary one would probably be more accurate and here's why, because not only does it sound kind of more clear in my opinion, but actually no, that didn't sound right. I believe the Urban Dictionary a lot more because it's an actual person rather than just some robot.
What do you mean, some robot?
Like, like it's an actual person like writing the definition. You see, with the Urban Dictionary, a lot of people actually write the definitions. People come up with their own definition. They give their own point of view.
Right, right. But you wouldn't think that the dictionary isn't made by man? I mean, don't they? The regular Google dictionary, whatever. If they get it from maybe Webster's or was it Merriam-Webster or something like that, or whoever else. There's a couple other people who.
Merriam-Webster, some shit like that. I don't know.
But okay, I mean, I understand it, but I get what you're saying. That it's a person who's usually putting some type of applying some type of context of life to the definition, as opposed to a standardized type answer. I kind of get what you're saying. I may not have worded it right, but I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you rock with the Urban Dictionary. So, well, you're too young for all this. So we're not going to get into that. But do you think? Would you say that lust is a problem?
But I say that lust is a problem.
Yes.
That could be gone both ways, but I think if you go to certain lengths, like extreme lengths, like kind of like what Roman said, like stalking people, then I think that's when it becomes a problem.
Okay.
Like you really have to be self-aware. I feel like you have to be self-aware if you're in lust. Now, I've never been in a lust state. I don't know if you would refer to lust like that, but I know people who actually have.
Okay.
Now, I don't think it ended up becoming a problem for them because you have to have, I feel like you have to have that self-awareness if you have lust to make sure that you don't go to like too far of determination. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like if you can control it, then I don't think it'd be that much of a problem. But if you start doing some nonsensical and off the wall stuff, then yeah, I think that's when it needs to be checked.
Okay. All right. So right now you're at that age where you probably shouldn't be having this conversation, but you're at the age where you're amongst the teens and the hormones are raging and things like that. Would you say that lust is a problem in schools right now, or do you see it being a problem?
Are they? Is it? I don't know. I'm not really that involved in school.
That's terrible. You done dropped out. That's horrible. Oh man, I didn't think it would happen to you, Doctor. No, I'm just fucking with you. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're not aware, then you're not aware. They are saying that people are being less engaging with one another these days. So, okay, that's interesting.
Well, I will say this though. So one of my friends who I know is a freshman, obviously, and I wouldn't have a problem with this, but I feel that it needs to be addressed. She's dating a senior.
No, that's a conversation, a completely different conversation, and I'll talk about that because I think that's something that everybody experiences, and I think that's something you're just gonna have to listen to it, and I'll jot down that in the notes. So I'll talk about this before the show is over tonight because that's a thing that happens quite often. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with that in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Mr. Rabbit, since you lost your credentials, anything else you want to add to that?
Nope.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate your call.
All right.
So what I was saying, though, about right before that call, about rapists, right? So, because we're talking about don't let the lust overwhelm you. So is that what's happening with rapists, or is it more of a power thing? Because I've heard different stuff. Or is it a combination of that? Because it can be, a bad deal. Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Okay, Grace, what's the motherfucking deal? And I'm gonna talk about that freshman date senior, and this is what I was talking about too. But I said that when I was telling Jaja there was girls in high school dating dudes older than he is now. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Nah, ready. What's on your mind, man? What would you like to drop in the den tonight, man? All right, go ahead, drop it. Okay. Oh man, hold on. I had you muted. Okay. He hadn't got too far into it. You said you had an intimate take on that. All right, you good now? My fault. All right.
All right, no, that's cool, bro. No, but yeah, I'm 19, going on 20, man. So I'm pretty young, so I'm kind of surrounded by people who lust a lot, and I feel like lust. I don't really see it being so much of a good thing, but more of a bad thing. And I feel like that's probably different levels to it, but I feel like they're all bad levels. Like how you feel about rapists, like their lust goes to a level to where they feel like they'll be willing to do something like that in order to get what they want, what they lusted for. Most people my age, like my friends included, they lust for girls a lot, and you waste a lot of time just lusting for those girls instead of doing things you want to do, which puts you in a position like that guy said earlier, being like older, but being kind of like broke, just not doing nothing, just not really on like no type of purpose. So I feel like lust can absolutely be a bad thing if you let it consume you to the point to where you only worry about that thing. Because there's a certain point where dudes chase girls, and if you chase girls long enough, then you basically wasting a good portion of your life. So that's why I feel like lust could probably most likely be a bad thing. And I do see lust as a sexual desire. I don't really see it as nothing else but as a sexual desire, because when you say lust, that's kind of what I think. It's like if I'm lusting after a girl, that means I really want to get with her. Like we said earlier. What's your take on that?
Man, I think what you're saying makes complete sense, man, and I can't necessarily disagree with it. And I think to kind of combine with my thought process with what you're saying, now I don't think all levels are bad, but I think that, like you said, there has to be some control. If you just let it get out of control and you let it overwhelm you, then you have a situation. Because I think, let's be honest, all right, if you see, and again, like you said, you're younger, and so I don't know about your relationship status or dealing with dating and things like that, but how do most relationships start? You see somebody and you find them attractive. Well, why do you find them attractive? That's a small degree of lust that you're like, hey, that. So I think that like with everything in life, there's moderation. So and then again, like I said, if you have a mate or somebody that you with, you want to still have a little bit of lust for them. Like being in love with them is one thing, but you still, if you want to have that sexual attraction for the relationship to sustain. I mean, that's what human beings do. But like you said, if you're just out there running around and you chasing after anything that you can hope to get your hands on, then you're absolutely right. You're wasting a lot of time and it's not worthwhile, and it's overtaking you. So I definitely agree with you on that. So I think you right on. If you lusting and you ain't got purpose in life, yeah, you'll definitely look back a few years and be like, damn, what do I got going on with myself?
I completely understand what you're saying. And maybe I take a little bit overboard, but that's kind of like what I see, like the people around me. That's why I kind of see is that lust kind of takes them out of what they're supposed to be doing. Like, I don't really see nothing completely wrong with like wanting to give somebody or find somebody attractive and you like love them, but like I don't think it should take you to the point to where you now in your studies you only going to school to see the person or only go to school that means you're not really going to get what you gotta get done. And that's kind of why I see mostly around me. So maybe that's why my view was so kind of slanted. Maybe I do need to like broaden my horizon a little bit more. More open-minded.
But what you said made complete sense, man. And again, like I said, especially at a young age when you ain't got, I don't say some of y'all got it together, but it can easily become a distraction. You can easily pick up bad habits at a young age where you do become overwhelmed with the lust. You do become overwhelmed and distracted from pursuing goals and acquiring achievements. And because you just, like you said, going to school worried about, what's up with them hoes, man? Where the hoes at, and worry about that type of stuff as opposed to, focusing on yourself, getting yourself together. Then when you do that shit, when you do get ready to get up out there, you're going to have a wider array of options But when you focusing on just, this, that, and the third, you're really selling yourself short. So I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with your perspective, man. It's dead on.
Right, and I also understood the I heard what the guy was saying earlier about older dudes wanting younger women, but I'm kind of like used to that because I believe here in Texas the age consent is 17, 18, 17 might be kind of pretty young, but I think it's 17. So, and also when you said a freshman dating a senior, like vice versa, like I was like that. I've seen that stuff a lot. Like that's really common. So I never really found it like nothing wrong. I don't know. I never really thought about it like that. Like work, I never really thought about it in that type of way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a BET, man. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, man, that's it. I didn't want to take up too much time. If anybody else want to call, just go ahead and let you proceed.
Man, you all good, man. You said your name was Trey, right?
Yeah, Trey. Actually, man, I'm new. Yeah, I'm new to it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you. So we have first time calling y'all. Everybody shout out to Trey, man, and I appreciate your love, man. It was a great call, man. Hopefully you stick around, and like I said, we have a variety of topics, and I'd love to hear some of your contributions on some of the other stuff, man.
Awesome. Before I leave, one more question. How often do you do the dance? Like, how often? Is it like once a week or?
We live every night, 10 p.m. to midnight, every night? Every night, Central Time, 10 p.m. to midnight. Yes, sir.
Awesome. 10 p.m. every night. Thank you so much, man.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man.
All right.
Have a good one. Already. Shout out to Trey, man. That was a great call. So look, all the youth ain't lost, man. Some of y'all on point, man. And again, I think Trey got the right mind frame, And look here, because y'all know I'm a little ratchet, sometimes a little thrown off. I'm not telling you to go out there and lust it up, but I don't think it's an issue if you, if there, like I say, there's a mutual arrangement and you lusting, or if you out there for to go break some bread to satisfy your lust, if you with that part of the game, I ain't mad at you. It is what it is. But what we're saying about, I saw some folks talking about the rapist thing, and ass cheese. I saw some of the ladies saying it's more about power, and I think I agree, man. I think I agree that it's more about power more so than the sex. I mean, there's so many ways you can usually get sex, but you just think about it. Sometimes I wonder, because you got a lot of motherfuckers that, make bad decisions. They get to getting drunk and get to feeling like, that they owe them something, or you do have a lot of scumbag ass dudes who try to take advantage of a woman, hit them with the okie doke, hit them with the Cardi B, So I think it's just a lot of stuff. Definitely, I agree that it can be a bad thing though. Now, the freshman dating senior thing, and this has been going on forever. This has been going on since probably my mama's mama. Sorry, Miss Jackson. But it's been going on forever, man. But this is what happens, and it's kind of unfortunate because I wouldn't say I did it, because I always had a thing. I just always had a thing about chicks younger than me. And again, I was just like, I like playing devil's advocate. That's why I was fucking with Josh earlier. But you know what I'm saying? I don't motherfucking me like young chicks. That's just never really been I don't like chicks younger than me. It's usually my age or older. I've always liked older women. When I was younger, I fucking with older chicks. It's just always like that. I may have had, one or two chicks in my younger days that were just younger. I mean, like 2 years younger at the most. Like, I think that was like the most. I couldn't. It's just something about it. I felt dirty doing that. But anyway, when we got to high school, all the freshman chicks, they go running after all the old niggas, right? All the old niggas. They get to wilding out, doing all kind of God knows what. You know what I'm saying? The only thing on the missing girl that I've heard is that they picked the father up, they got him in custody, but they have him for the charge of tampering with evidence, so they haven't really said too much. But the girls that they go do is they go fucking with all the seniors. They fuck with all the seniors, get ran through, get done that bad and all this kind of shit, right? Then seniors graduate, they out of there. One or two of them may keep some type of relationships. Do they still keep up with them? Then it goes sophomores. They go fucking with whatever motherfuckers that became seniors. A couple of years ahead, they still fuck with all the old niggas. juniors, they become juniors, they still try to fuck with some old niggas. By that time, they start fucking with niggas out of school. You know what I'm saying? They start getting with the niggas out of school or whatever. And well, some of them do. And then by the time they seniors, you know, they'll be trying to fuck with the ones that ain't fucking with old niggas that's out of school. They'll be trying to fuck with the niggas that's in school. But the niggas in school don't really want them because they done been ran through by everybody else, and they wonder, well, you know, this, it. And them hoes end up start fucking with the younger niggas, like on some off the wall shit. I've seen it happen. I'm not saying that some of them go back, some of them go fuck with motherfuckers out of school, but it's never really on par too much. You got a couple of couples here and there, but there's just not like, it just don't really ever last. You got a couple of motherfuckers who'll be high school sweethearts or whatever else. But a lot of them chicks, they get, again, like I tell you, you know, and especially at that age when hormones and all that shit is kicking in, they start running and fucking with them old niggas. Them old niggas be gaming them up and shit. And like I say, it's just like a cycle. It's like a cycle. And then by the time, like I said, you know, the dudes who were in their class level become seniors, shit, they start doing what the old niggas was doing because they're like, well, fuck it, all these chicks done been fucked with by everybody in the neighborhood or everybody older than me or this, and this. And so they end up start fucking with the younger chicks. And it's like the cycle fucking continues, you know what I mean? And so it's an odd thing. That's what I say, man. It just kind of is what it is. It's a weird thing, but, you know, hey, that's just kind of how it goes. That is how it goes. Yeah, man. So let's look. We've had some of the youngsters call in to represent. I want to know what the grown folks think. What, you know, some folks who've had some experience with lust, some people who've had some experience with love. I want to know what's on y'all's mind. I want to know what y'all are thinking. You know what I mean? Not saying that none of the calls that we had from the youngsters were bad. I just want to know what the grown folks is thinking. You know, what's on y'all's mind? I want to know what's good in the neighborhood. Excuse me. Let me make sure I got my calories properly accounted for this evening. Okay, hold on. Let me see what happens. I see we got a text message. Let me read this properly texted text message after I log my shits. Always Trade, man. Appreciate the sub, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, I'm going 41 days straight doing calories. That's cool. All right. I don't even know who that. Okay, let me see what it says. I'm gonna read this, and I have no idea what's going on here. Great quote from a great show. Robin Scherbatsky. All right. Says, "Oh, I can't shake it. I can't shake this feeling that nothing about me and Barney makes any sense." Okay. I guess Robin who was saying that. Then Ted Mosby says, but love doesn't make sense. I mean, you can't logic your way in or out of it. Love is totally nonsensical, but we have to keep doing it or else we're lost. And love is dead and humanity just packed in. Because love is the best thing we do. Look, I know that sounds cheesy, but it's just true. You love Barney and he loves you. I love you. And that doesn't have to make sense to make sense. Okay, I mean, I think that's true. Love doesn't make sense. Lust might make more sense. Lust can get your shit fucked up if you don't keep it in check. Oh, yes. And my thing is, I think, does lust make more sense than love? Because lust, like I said, it's purely physical. To me, it's purely physical. Generally, it's purely physical. But I think you can be in lust with someone you love. I think you can lust for someone you love. But I do believe lust is the more physical aspect of it. If you're not looking for love, hey, I don't think there's too much wrong with it if you know what you're after. But the show is How I Met Your Mother. Oh, okay. I'm telling you, I don't even watch TV. I was just thinking about all the shows that I actually enjoyed. Like I was thinking of Archer, Bob's Burgers, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like it's some seasons that I've missed and I gotta catch up. Beyond a Funny Nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, man. You know, I think that you think love is a mood. How long does this mood sustain? Does it go away? Can you fall out of love or if it's somebody you've ever loved, you always have something for them, even though you may not be with them. You know what I'm saying? Ah, yes, Broderick, House of House Brooks. It's good to see you. Good to see you, as always. I hope everything is well. Let me see. Let's see what this love shit all about, man. But you say lust is on the surface attractive, but love is in levels. Interesting. Okay, well, that's not what I want to see. That's why the love meter is hit or miss, because the love meter is fucking random, and the love meter does some questionable stuff. All right, let's try something else. Let's do love. 39% love between the den and love. No, I guess that I'm failing in love. But again, my thing is this, right? And I don't, again, like I said, I don't see a problem with it, because sometimes you don't want anything deep. Sometimes you don't want anything super serious. You can love without sexually desiring. Oh, yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly. I mean, like I say, you can have love for a parent, you can have love for a friend, you can have love for a sibling. In Alabama, that might be a little bit questionable without the sexual desire. We'll figure that out later. But all I'm saying is, there's nothing. I'm not trying to make love seem like a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, and I understand it's a big difference. And I think you get more of a, I don't want to say value. Value is not the word. It's more meaningful. Love is more meaningful than lust. But again, to me, in my opinion, if you're not looking for anything serious, if the other party in which you're lusting after, if you are engaged, or even if you're just admiring from a distance, I don't think it's too much wrong with that. I mean, Roman said something, right? And what Roman said is porn is number one. That might be the most philosophical thing Roman has ever said. And I'm fucking with you, Roman. Roman said some good shit. I'm just fucking with you. But there is a reason that porn is number one, because people are lusting all the time. Is it always a healthy lust? No, it's not. But porn gives people an outlet for their lust. I think some people get caught up in it way too early and get confused. And then, I think it kind of fucks up how they're wired in the long run, because some of this stuff I don't understand. You say love can be divine different for two people who are in love with each other. Yeah, I think a woman is going to give you a different definition of love. I think if you went and got a man and a woman who both say that they love one another, and they will both give you completely different concepts. I think they'll both tell you something completely different. But weed is not addictive. Weed is not addictive. I think an addiction is something that you struggle with quitting. Now, I have stopped smoking several times. I've never said that I'm quitting weed. But if I say, hey, you know what? I don't want to smoke. I'm not going to smoke anything. Like I say, but today is 11 months. Because like I say, it used to be called a Kush Den. I used to smoke and we just talk about shit. Alcohol is a drug, and I don't care what anybody says. But, because I've seen people have a harder time to stop drinking than they have to stop smoking weed. Like, what is legal in Denver now? Mushrooms. I want to go, look, we might have to move the den trip to Denver and go do some fucking mushrooms, bro. Let's just zone out. Den on mushrooms. It's gonna be great. No. Look, I may have to slide to Denver before Vegas, but that might be the next trip. I think that's very interesting. But I feel like I've never fucked with him. I had a homeboy. He said he made some mushroom tea one time. He said it was the craziest thing he ever did. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I tried like acid and some shit like that. That's about as psychedelic as I've ever gotten. Yeah. Look, like I said, I'm finna keep grinding. The numbers are slowly climbing. I know I still got a lot more work to put in to get to the 5K, and even with the 5K, there's still so much more that has to be done past that. But acquiring goals and things like that. But yeah, I'm looking for. I want to go to a store and go in and make a legal purchase, and then engage. I want that feel. But yes, what we got going on? What kind of message we got over here? I don't know. It ain't pull up. Let me try it again. No, hold on. I don't know why the signal is being janky. It must be in janky mode tonight. We've been doing so well with the stuff. All right, mushroom Kool-Aid. That sounds awful. Yes, it's definitely doing some shenanigans right now. Hopefully we should be back straight. I don't know why it's acting crazy today. Man, you need to stay off of that account. You need to stay off of that account. Man, stay away from that shit. Half that shit I think is false. Like a lot of that shit, you gotta stay off that shit, man. Cause I forgot, I think, I was looking at somebody else's page and they had some shit like that on it. And you know how Twitter is. You get on that shit and you'll start kind of reading that shit. And most of that shit on that HBCU confession shit is gay as hell. Like, I couldn't follow that shit because it was just like, this shit is gay. Well, this is gay, bro. Like, 49% of the posts are like gay posts. Like every other post is like something gay. I'm just like, man, that ain't cool. It makes them motherfucking frat motherfuckers look super gay. I know that. that shit is like, what the fuck? As soon as if I read one of them posts, I saw something about a frat, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna read the rest of this. Historically black college or university. DMT, that's the shit that Joe Rogan's always talking about, right? But here's the deal, getting off topic. Let's get back to the love and lust. I know how we doing it then. Sometimes we go a little off topic. Sometimes we get a little far-fetched. But let's go back to lust. Okay? Let's come back to lust. Let's always come back to lust. Is lust wrong? We've talked about one-night stands. We've talked about all kinds of things. And of course, it's not love that leads to the one-night stand. It's lust. But I want to know, see, the grown folks been awfully quiet tonight. I want to know what kind of trouble lust has gotten some of you in. Or, when has lust led you to making a regrettable decision? Because sometimes it's not even about lusting after a specific individual, but it may be lusting after a certain activity, and you end up being like, I know I wouldn't fuck with this bitch, but fuck it, I'm gonna make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say that lust can be quite questionable. You know what I mean? So, the right chick make one of these make one of these mouth faces right there behind you. You might just be like, what that mouth do? Matter of fact, what that fucking mouth do? Say lust cost quite a few good deals way back when. Not right. Does Queen hold more power than Prince Philip? Also, where's the girl that her mother's head was chopped off? I don't know what's going on with none of that. Lusting at the strip club, oh man, Jack. That's what the strip club designed for, man. To fuck you up. I told you about man. I ain't even finna get into that shit, man. That is yeah, that's a whole different bag, you feel me? But yeah, that's what it is. Like, and once the lust is cured, do you feel shame? Do you feel regrettable? I think if it's someone that you're actually attracted to and lusting for, I don't think you care. But if we're talking about lusting for a specific action, sex, or some type of sexual related activity, yeah, the line is open. If you lusting after some type of specific activity, and then you get it, or maybe you engage in it with a regrettable partner, and you just like, damn, that's on my fucking resume now. Shit, you know. that is something that can be question beyond a funny nigga. What's the motherfucking deal? Already. But players fuck up. It happens. Sometimes niggas. Sometimes you got a fucked up resume. If you don't stay on top of it, your resume can get fucked off. But women, I want to know about the ladies. Ladies been here quiet. Act like it's only niggas that do this. Women lust too. One of these Sundays, not a Saturday night special. Mr. Saturday Night Special. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got a call coming in. Let's answer. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
All right, this is Beyond the Funny Nigga.
Already Beyond the Funny Nigga. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den this evening?
You was asking some questions I couldn't all the way hear, but you were saying, was it a situation or was the time that I lusted, or anybody lusted, or what?
Yeah, basically lusted, or when has lust put you in a bad situation? Either or.
I don't want to say I lusted because I just straight up cheated.
No.
But I guess that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, when you cheated, were you seeking something other than sexual gratification from that individual?
Oh yeah, okay. It was like a couple of years ago. I was, like young, and I was talking to some females on Kit or whatever when that was the thing. And I hooked up with one female on Kit, whatever, and her mama would come, cause you like 15, you ain't got no car, so her mama would come way over here, pick me up, so I could go chill with the other girl.
Yeah.
Everything. So on my Instagram, I see this other girl, she fine as a motherfucker. I hook up with her. So her mom, she bring her way over here, and we over here, we going to the park and shit, swinging on the slide and shit. And we kissing and shit. I knew I was a dirty bitch. When I was kissing on her, and then the same day, the other girl mama come pick us up, I'm kissing on her and shit. But it kind of backfired on me, cause I guess, I don't know, like all females, they low key do investigating. So the other girl, well, her mama, she confronted me, and like I couldn't lie out of it. I was just like, dang, like you got me. So the other girl, ironically, she had called my phone while I was with the other girl in the car. Her mama was driving. And the other girl was on my phone. I guess, I try to, that fake ass trust shit. I tell her, yeah, you can trust me. Here's my phone. So she called. She like, who this is? I was like, my heart, like, my shit, I almost had a heart attack. So I tried to take the phone and everything. So I answered the phone. The other girl I was messing with at the park, whatever, she was crying on the phone. But I tried to play it off in person to the other girl, like she was my cousin. I was like, what's wrong? Oh, I'm gonna call you when I get home. Other shit. So the girl on the phone, she's screaming loud to the motherfucker. I hate you. Why would you do me like this? So I clicked up on her ass. I was like, click. So whatever, her mom dropped me off. The other girl, she texted me everything. She was like, man, you a whole ass nigga. Why would you do some shit like that, man? I can't fuck with you no more. So
real spill, the other girl from the park, so she said I'm done with you. She blocked my shit, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
Ironically, I think this girl that I was with her mama and everything, she had like a dilemma against me, like, cause she automatically like she texted me, she's like, never mind, it's okay, we could we could still be together. So I'm like, cool. So fuck around, that girl, she come around, she turned out to be my first love and shit. So all the hell that she done did, she had a nigga crying on 610 and walking all down the street
Damn.
and all that kind of shit. Yo. So I was like, man, I kind of felt like it was a karma thing and shit. So for her to somebody else, I got hurt for like a long time and everything. So, but
So does that
I'll
deter
say,
you from does that deter you from cheating or even thinking about it now?
yeah. Like I seen like, how it does affect others and stuff. The reason I did it, cause like I was young and everything, I felt like I was basically on some Aisha Curry shit. I just wanted to see if I still had it. So, it is what it is. I'm good now. They good. Hopefully.
Okay. And life lesson learned, man. That's tough, man. Yeah, you can't ever relinquish control of the phone because you just never know what the outcome is going to be. That's
Yeah.
like when the ball started rolling downhill, everything about to get fucked up. Now it's over with. But yeah, that's a BET, man. So okay, so do you feel like though there is a significant difference between lust and love? Because you said okay initially, maybe you said the one okay it was the original one or the one that you was cheating on the first one, but is the one that became your first love.
Yeah. For the lust, I had to say I did it. Just I feel like for like some credibility or just like because I just for some attraction, I was just like, oh, she fine. So let me talk to her. Then I was in the mentality, the mindset, like, oh, let me keep stacking up on, females and all that, and it backfired on me. So I think it is like a difference, because I was like really in love with the other girl that, kept me around. And, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what would you have if you had to give a piece of advice to the young players out here who may be thinking about, doing something deceitful? What advice would you give those who may be listening in?
Yeah, I would say, man, if you're going to have to give her your phone, man, just tell her, hey, I'm going to have to walk my ass home because you ain't finna get this damn phone.
So how much do you think the mamas inspired or motivated? Do you think the mamas encouraged either one of these girls in their actions?
No, I think it was like all the way on them because like I really wasn't close to the girl mom. Like she was just like she liked me and everything from her perception. Like he's a nice dude, whatever. I don't think like I never asked after that. I was like I wouldn't ask like did you tell your mama I cheated on you? Like I wouldn't ask shit like that. So
Mamas be knowing, man. Mamas got that intuition. Real mamas got
yeah.
that intuition. They be knowing what the fuck is up, man. Oh, man.
Mm,
All right, okay. Anything else you want to add to that, Beyond?
no, that's about it.
Already. Go ahead and give yourself some promo, man. Let the folks know when you finna drop the next hit, man.
Oh yeah. June 1st, back in the day, another video on the ground. Check that out.
Already. And well, if you missed the last one, that's your own fault, damn it. Y'all missed out on a good one. But Beyond, man, I appreciate your call.
All right.
Already. Now, if y'all ain't following Beyond on the gram, it's the same name that's in the chat. And definitely you will get some quality entertainment throughout your day. Trust me. I definitely will vouch for that. I ain't telling you, Brother Lee. Yeah, everybody else can follow except for Brother Lee. Fine piece. Who was it? Who said something about the sugar tree? Was that you, Bell? Who called it the sugar tree? Or sugar stick or something. Somebody said something like that. The sugar tree sugar. I'm like, what? That was one I had never heard of before. Somebody used that one. But yes, women do lust. Women do lust. And I know this for a fact. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Homer Simpson, what's the motherfucking deal? Yes, all right. This is why. Look, y'all be lusting after the DiCaprios and the Elbas and the whomever else is out there. Yeah, because they got all that estrogen in their lust, and so their lust is 10 times the 10 times the power of the man's lust. So when women go into lust mode, that should be serious. It's like a lust lockdown. You know what I'm saying? The sugar tree. I don't even know where to go with that one. Yeah, when women get into lust mode, trust me, it's look, it's gonna take an act of God to stop them. You know what I'm saying? The sugar banana, the sugar tree. Hey, But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Women, look, cause you know, like Pornhub puts out those. It puts out the fucking statistics like of what people look up, and trust me, women have they own there almost as much as men are, and y'all can guess what the top categories are for women. It ain't no cause shit. Even back in the back in the day, women lusted back in the day. They just weren't allowed the freedoms to openly speak on their lust. They lusted the same way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no difference. It's just now it's more so allowed to be openly spoken about. Back in the Gap, they really couldn't talk about it like that because of, you know, the situation. They start focusing. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, when women exercise and they get that energy type going, shit. That's, man. Look, Jack. That's when them hormones is flowing and going. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking, like I'm telling you, just women lust in weird ways too, right? I remember, like I told you a while back, when I used to be at the warehouse, and you know, shopping up with this chick. They had like the verifiers. The verifiers were mainly women. There was a couple of lazy niggas who were verifiers because they didn't want to lift shit. They just want to hold that little thing. But you had verifiers and you had the people who actually loaded and unloaded the trucks, right? And I had chicks talk about that they were turned on watching niggas load and unload the truck. I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? Look, man, I ain't finna get stimulated by watching no bitch flip no boxes. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is, you know, like, I guess, but that's some weird stuff. But like I've heard women say they like watching men work, watching men sweat and do hard labor, that they imagine men doing that to them. I'm like, some nigga over here working with a motherfucking sledgehammer, baking up concrete or some shit. That's what you imagine, getting hit on the head with a sledge. I mean, like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, look, I'm telling you, Jack. I'm telling you. I remember I had a motherfucker try to catch me slipping, man. This bitch had like fucking, this bitch had a fucking target on it, nigga. I seen it. I had that peripheral. I had that upgraded peripheral vision. Peripheral? What is that? I had that upgraded peripheral, man. I seen that bitch trying to catch a nigga slipping because, you know, like lunchtime, it'd be a bunch of cars. I told y'all about this shit. I told you she looked like a fucking teddy bear. I was not like in a cute way. Like, and she had a little, just like when I got there, it was me and my partner when we first started working there. When we'd be in the break room, like we would sit there and be like, man, I think that's a dude. The bitch had like a real fuzzy ass face, like, and she was built badly. She was built real bad, like kind of wide-ish up top, but then had like, didn't really have like no hips or ass, just looked like kind of man built at the bottom, right? And so you really couldn't tell because the face was fuzzy, had thick eyebrows, just really couldn't tell, like. And we was already eating, we knew, and she kept looking at our fucking table. I'm like, man, this dude over here keep looking. I'm gonna whoop this nigga, man. we would sit there and really be like, look, man, this shit, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who this little nigga. I don't know if that's a chick or a dude, but it looked like a little dude. and I'm end up whooping this nigga, man. But it turns out it was a chick, cause like when I tell y'all niggas will hit anything, turns out some other niggas was in that warehouse fucking with it. And they got mad when they got exposed. Niggas was airing them out. Oh man. But yeah, but she had like the little, like I say, she had like a little pudge. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But it was like two different bodies put together. You know what I'm saying? At the belt line, you know what I'm saying, below, it was just like the legs didn't match the upper half. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I say, she was just funny built, man. Because like I say, she wasn't really chesty or anything like that. I ain't saying that's the issue, but it's just like you really couldn't tell. Like you just like, Anyway, this motherfucker here like tried to. Somebody got that bitch pregnant. Anyway, niggas is man. Anyway, so when I was a lead, I would check the doc, make sure everybody out, make sure everybody going to lunch and everything, and then I would rather Wendy Williams than fuck with this chick. This is what I'm saying, because she was short, like stump. Anyway, we get to that's another stuff. Built worse than Wendy Williams. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll explain. Anyway, so I'm walking, right? And I just see her like lingering. I'm like, man, this bitch ain't got no reason to be lingering on this fucking dock. So I like slide to the opposite side so I wouldn't really have to like walk past. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, like I say, there's carts with boxes. You just kind of everything, you just leave your cart there, whatever, you come back to it after lunch. And so the carts, whatever, with all the boxes on it, some of them stacked up real high. And so I'm like, man, I see this bitch. She trying to see me like I'm not finna get caught up in all. Like I don't want nobody to even see me talking. Like I don't even want anybody to see me talking to her because I just don't want. That's how rumors get started. So man, I was kind of beeline, kind of making my way. Like I'm targeting the high cart. So like sometimes you have big boxes. You can throw a bunch of big boxes. They some light bullshit on there. And so I'm like, man, look, I'm gonna have to shake this motherfucking bitch. Like, so I'm walking like I'm walking along the doorways or whatever. I can't think of the name of the shit. But like when the trucks come in to load them off the truck, so I'm walking right there, and I see her coming in, and I'm walking straight. And so, like I said, it was like two carts. So as soon as I saw her kind of make the way around that car, like she was gonna catch me on the other side, I dipped, cut back up. You know what I'm saying? And then bent my way around that other corner. I'm damn near by the lunchroom by the time she figured out where the fuck a nigga was. She turned, I see her look. I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen to me. Look, I'm running routes in this bitch. I'm not finna get caught up on this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But at any time, like, cause there would be certain times I'd actually have to talk to him, but I'm look, it's a full doc. I got witnesses. Some motherfuckers don't know I'm not talking to this bitch about nothing, cause she used to be catching niggas like niggas would be fucking. I'm not the one. It's not going down like that. But when I say like funny built, like she was really, really, really funny built. Like I'm gonna be honest, she might have been like the funniest built woman I've ever seen in real life. Like, I don't know. Like I said, she just had like a skinny chick's lower body, but she had like a chubby chick's upper body. And then she had a plumber's face. And so it was just like, none of it was put together. She was kind of fuzzy, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, face was fuzzy. It looked kind of like she had like sideburns and some shit. Like it was fuzzy. It was like really fuzzy, like in the facial area. Like it looked like it was possibly a 5 o'clock show. Like no shit, man. And no, I ain't fuck with that. Hell no, I ain't fuck with that. Now, I'm not saying I never have. I'm sure I got some things on my resume. I gotta go and do a credit search on my fuck list. And I gotta look. Can I get this removed? Can I go ahead and pay this and get this off of there? I just want to get this removed from my sex credit. A Mario brother's face. Looked like Mario. Mario in the face. Plumber, like a fucking plumber. Man, the WB Frog is a great fucking a great comparison. But my thing is, like I say, there's somebody for everybody, and I'm being completely. She could have been a nice lady, but she was kind of a whore. And there's nothing wrong with whores. I like whores. I told you, I love ladies. I like hoes. I just hate them bitches. But this chick, there was just no plus side for it. You know what I'm saying? It was just no plus side for it. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. She was niggas was low key fucking with that bitch. Like they wouldn't admit it till she aired them out. Or, remember, I loaned you that money we used at my house the other night. Oh, what, nigga? What? You did, man. You not finna live this one down. But then there was always the niggas on the dock that just look like that's what they fucking with anyway. It was one day, he was a crazy ass nigga. And I think he the one that ended up getting her pregnant. But, as a matter of fact, at that time, I seen him. I slid back to the apartments I was staying in at that time. And I seen them, they wasn't even from out there. They was all hanging out front. And like, nigga, what the fuck y'all doing here? And I seen that bitch sitting on the steps and I'm like, oh, I got to go. I can't fuck with y'all niggas. Y'all on some other shit, man. Y'all on some other shit. Man, Rising Phoenix, I don't want to hear that nonsense. Phoenix be, nigga tell like Hennessy, chicken strips, and BBWs. And what he do is he pour a little Hennessy in a belly button, and dip a little chicken strip and he be rub it all on the back and shit. He be getting freaky with that shit. That nigga Rising Phoenix on some next level shit. I ain't even with it, I used to be a wild boy, but that nigga on some other shit, man. I don't mix my food and my fucking. I can't go that far, You know what's a mess? I'm talking about lust, and we just going off the rails right now. All that shit that they put in the movies, those romantic scenes, that shit is messy shit. Fucking rose petals are messy. Fucking chocolate is messy. Whipped cream and fucking all that shit is messy. Like, hey, look, I ain't got time for all that shit. Shit gets sticky. Shit, fucking rose petal be leaving stains on your sheets and shit. What if the sheets like white or whatever they light colored sheets? You get them fresh. They fucking leaving them in. Like, all that shit is fucking messy, man. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, come on. I'm not gonna do all this. Hey, hold on, little Seagrams and some stiff nights. It's gonna be a party, y'all. But that's the thing though, right? I don't know. Look, here's the deal. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't mind a big girl. Like I say, you gotta be big and cute, not big and fucked up, like Devin say. I don't mind. Like I'm not a like again now. Proportionate is a key word. You have to carry yourself nicely, and then there is a limit. But what niggas will say. What's the saying? What the fuck, Jason? He said something important. Most women cannot stand low key fucking. Usually they're so obvious. Interesting. So what you're saying is women don't like the man who try to dip the stick and then not admit. So here's the deal, right? Let's talk about something. Because this is something I noticed that happens too. It used to be a thing. Standard protocol is, as a man, you don't LOD. But what I'm starting to see, especially in this day and age of clout chasing and shit like that, women are starting to LOP. And I've had a chick LOP on me before. Not P on me. LOP. The space, let's give it a 2-second pause, then on me. Because then y'all be talking about this nigga Honcho on some R. Kelly shit. If you don't know what LOD is, it's lie on dick. And LOP would be lying on the pussy, meaning saying that you fuck somebody when you didn't. But does that also work? Does that also work backwards? So like, if you did fuck somebody, but you try to be like, nah, I didn't. If you're a nigga, you fucked that chick, but you don't want to admit it. So is that LOPN? I mean, is that LODN? LODD? Lying on the dick deny when you did it? And then the same thing for women. Women be fucking with these niggas out here, but no, I ain't do. Yeah, you did that shit. You know what I'm saying? My personal preference, and I'm gonna be straight. I've never fucked with a skinny chick. I've never fucked with a skinny. It's just like when I was young, man. I remember seeing this billboard. This was like in the early '90s. This is before I was even thinking about fucking. And this shit has stuck with me my whole life. It's funny the little things that when you're young. I mean, a simple little billboard. I might have saw it 3 times. And it was like about AIDS. And I may have overheard somewhere somebody talking about skinny people having AIDS or motherfuckers having AIDS and being sick and being skinny. So I always associated skinny chicks with AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Not an insult to anybody who may be skinny. I know better in my older age, but I always put that correlation together. And it took me, like, I had to do some soul searching, like, why would I really fuck with skinny chicks? Why don't I really like, skinny? Well, one, I like features. I'm a handsy guy, okay? So I like to put my hands on something. So, I want to be able to cuff. Look, things can get wild, it can get out of control. I need to be able to cuff something. I don't want her flying off, but I don't want, I want to make sure we gain control. Maybe some shoulders, but shoulders aren't really sexy. So, hips are good, cheeks are good, breasts are nice. So, I personally like women with features, average to plus. But like I say, there is a limit to how far that you go. Voluptuous is a word that gets thrown around. I think you got to be cautious with that word. Sometimes it gets overused. But yeah, man. Shit, man, deny, lie, deny. When the major low key. I won't lie to y'all. I'm a denier. I deny everything. So I guess I could be accused of LOD deny. Not long never. I ain't never fucked that bitch. I don't know. I ain't do it. Deny. You have a nigga on video. This is you. That's not me. Who sang that song? If you didn't come up and touch me, then it sure wasn't me. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. That's that old school shit for you youngsters, you know what I'm saying? See, this new shit y'all listen to don't give y'all no game. I listen to that old school shit growing up, you know what I'm saying? Niggas say, if you didn't come up and touch me, then it sure wasn't me. I was like, hold up. That nigga on to something. Hey, you ain't come up and touch me. It wasn't me. So I deny that shit like a motherfucker, man. Fuck, I forgot who sang that song. But yeah, man, so, my deal is just that. Like, I'm gonna deny it. Like, one, ain't nobody fucking business. And then two, who cares? Like, 'cause I don't want to be that, like, 'cause, when you telling certain shit to certain niggas, they be the niggas that run back, man, you let that nigga Honcho hit, woo, woo, woo. And them lame ass type of niggas. So that's why I say, man, look, not me. I don't know where you heard that from. Till that goofy broad went and told the whole school, I fucking sucked his dick. Like, why the fuck would you even tell people that? Like, I come to school, I heard about you. Like, what the fuck do you mean? And then the goofy bitch gonna try to play me and say that shit. Like, bitch, I didn't tell nobody. I sure as fuck ain't tell nobody. I don't tell nobody shit. And then you gonna talk about, you ain't tell, bitch, I know you told somebody. Because you were obsessed, infatuated, So I had to go out there, had to lay down a major deal. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I denied the fuck out this shit. Motherfucker knew I was lying. I'm denying it to this very day. Legend has it, Honcho denied it in his grave. On his deathbed, he was still denying. But yeah, man, look, hey, for the record books, I'm still a motherfucking virgin if it go all the way down to it, babe. But, you know, nigga, you know, look, oh, investigator, Inspector Gadget. But my thing is, again, you know, I don't know. So my thing is, what I've heard as far as with women and sex. Okay, we're gonna take this call, then we'll come back to it. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
What's up, Honcho? It's AB, man.
AB, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about this lust shit, man. I was, damn, man. Got lustful bitch calling me right now. I'm like, too late for that shit. All right. I was at this fucking event yesterday, and just to show how lustful women are, I wasn't interested in this chick at all, and for whatever reason, in their nature, they feel like they have to get you if you don't want their ass for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I'm ignoring her ass. I'm talking to this chick on the corner, and cause she knew I don't know her. I'm trying to get to know her.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting to know her, I'm realizing I don't want her either, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. But the other chick came over, man. She came over. She started like, you know, hovering around and started doing like little player hating shit, like putting her head on my shoulder, like she owned me and shit. Like, so I was like, okay, whatever, man. So by the end of the night, well, by the end of my night, because I was gonna leave, she started saying, "Why?" She said, "Why don't you walk me to my car?" I said, "Because you bigger than me, you should be protecting me. Walk me to my car." And she was like, "Don't be like that. You know, just walk me to my car." I said, "Look, if you rape me, I promise you, I'm coming for all your money. I'm a me too your ass." So, cause I remember this chick, man. This chick was very. I remember before, like, cause I ain't talked to her for like, man, I want to say like 19 years. I ain't seen this chick, and I remember back in the day, man, I used to be a straight up simp, man, and I ain't that way no more, and I think that's what got her fucked up.
Yeah.
So she thinks she can use the same old tactics and shit to get a nigga. So I was watching. She was like, "Listen, why don't I just come to follow you and go home with you, and then we just do something on the couch, or cause I love your couch." I said, "Bitch, I ain't even got that couch no more." Like,
I'm trying to hit you with the nostalgia, huh?
Yeah. I ain't even got that couch. I said, I don't even got my king no more, so you ain't getting in this bed. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, she said, "Why you acting like this? Why you being so different?" She started rubbing on my chest, started trying to rub on my head, shit, right? So I'm like, okay, man. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is like a pathetic move. Like, I'm gonna have to tell her like to go home and take a cold shower and shit, right? This is right after she told me that she's been celibate for like 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, and I was like, I don't want to ruin your celibacy journey. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame the shit on me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I think this love shit is a momentary. Cause let's say I catch her tomorrow, just at work, whatever. She ain't gonna be in that same mood, that same mode, right?
Yeah.
Like certain things can trigger lust. and you can be lustful for a moment, but I don't think that defines who you are. Like that's not your character. Like you just got caught in a weak flesh moment. You know what I mean? Or even in a weak mental or emotional moment, and you just lust after some shit that you probably is like, this would probably be a bad decision if I thought about it longer, or if I actually put some logic to it, I probably wouldn't do this shit. So that's how these ugly and fat hoes be pregnant, dog. Motherfuckers be knocking. And
Get caught
motherfuckers like,
slipping in a weak moment.
he's like, who will lay their ass down with her ass and be like, yeah, I'll ruin my life and give this bitch some baby gravy. I just wouldn't think most guys would do that shit, without alcohol or because we need to biologically see what's up with that because what's actually going on in the brain when you are lusting? Like, is there some kind of chemical being released? Because you're not really yourself in that moment. Because you're not really, like I say, you're not making decisions that you be like, yeah, I would do that again.
Yeah.
I'll make an ass out of myself and put myself out there like that again. You know what I mean?
No. That's true. That might be a new study. We're gonna have to get the DNA Institute going and do a study on that shit because I definitely know there's been a moment or two where I was like, I look back after the whole situation. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I do that? But it's done now. It is what it is.
Yeah. There's a couple of when you talking about when you first said the lust shit, I was like, damn. I remember being caught up in the goddamn strip club several times. Like, I'm like, nigga, do this rent really need to be paid? Like, like fuck that car note. Oh, that car note. They can let me slide on this car note 1 month.
Oh man. Oh my God.
But I don't know how. I think I think the older I got, the more relaxed I got too. Like it wasn't like something I hadn't experienced. So it became. I think you become less lustful the older you get, the more you gain experience. I think you kind of caught up in like some euphoria of ignorance when you start lusting. You know what I mean? So I think you have to kind of live your life, and you will see. Because it was like the couple of calls earlier was saying, they see this shit a lot with kids and like the younger people being lustful. It's because they just inexperienced. Yeah. So when once you've been around it a little bit more, you do have your lustful moments, but you can kind of check them at the door. You're like, you know what? Let me calm my horny ass down and find out if I still like this motherfucker tomorrow.
No, straight up.
But that's where we at right now in this modern society, man. We so quick to jump into shit, man. We don't even have time to court somebody and be like, you know what? I was hanging around you and your family. Y'all kind of fucked up. I don't think I ain't gonna put my seed in your ass. I'm stuck with y'all motherfuckers for 20 years going forward. You have to deal with y'all. I think that's what's kind of fucking us up, man, right now. But what I do like about some of the changes that's happening, and I mean, if you're paying attention, you can kind of see it. But with the modern kids that's growing up right now, man, they so thirsty for knowledge because some of their parents didn't have that knowledge. They didn't have access to the knowledge. So when kids have access to knowledge, and they say, man, I don't want to be ignorant like my parents were, and it took them a long time to get this knowledge. You got youngsters come like Rome, man. Little Rome, I had the fucking knowledge Roman had coming up, man. I'll be a bad motherfucker.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Having access to, listening. I always hung around older people anyway, so but he got a mindset for obtaining knowledge and being around a conversation that most kids wouldn't want to fuck with. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by that. Not necessarily like he a Nostradamus or some shit. I'm just saying he just have a mindset looking for more knowledge that's like beyond his age. So that's what I appreciate about Rome. But I ain't gonna hog this line no more, man. I was just dropping this down before I lay my ass down. I'm not asking to be a bit folk. But
you already, man, AB, you already know, man. I appreciate it. And I think you're right though about the, lust being in a moment thing, and then you catch somebody again, the next day, the tables could turn. You might be like, well, I missed that opportunity last night. You try to, maybe seize it the next day, and they ain't with the shit no more. So people, I think that lust thing is a momentary time of weakness.
yeah, I'll give you straight up. Me and my boss was talking on the phone. We ain't supposed to be having no goddamn like conversation like this, but we ended up having a conversation that was out of pocket. And I said, look, she talking about, hey, let's meet up. I said, you know what meeting up gonna do? I said, after we just had this conversation, hell no, we ain't gonna meet up. And she was like, I said, cause if we gonna meet up, you talking about meeting up in the middle, we gonna go either to your shit or my shit after that. So, and you talking about you horny too? So I was like, and I ain't trying to fuck up my paper like that. Nah. Yeah. But that's me. Had me been like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I probably would have risked it. I probably risked it all. Like fuck it. So that's why I say, man, we calm down a little bit and we like, you know what? Let me slow down. I don't think I should actually act on it. But you can be lustful and not act on your lust, right?
Yeah.
You just having a temporary lapse in judgment, and be like, you know what? Let me get out of this trance and keep it pushing, and focus on something else. But I just don't think it can be something that can be over controlling unless you allow it to consume you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I agree, and I think you got a lot of people who do suffer from letting it overwhelm them, and they don't know how to cut that off. But I agree. But as you mature too, like I say, you made a good point about maturing, and just when you had that experience, you can kind of feel when it's coming. Especially if you had a couple of them bad experiences, you start getting that feeling. When hey, last time I felt like this, it didn't end up for me so well. Let me try to flip this switch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Already. Man, hey, AB, I want you before we get off there, shout out, and you finna be on the podcast real soon. Let everybody know about that. Cause I caught that last one you on. It was real good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on what is the title? Fuck it, let's talk about this single shit.
Yeah.
We just have for 2 men, 2 women talking about single lifestyle, what it's like to be single in the modern day, and what does it mean to be single as far as being black and single, as a black man being black and single as a black woman. It's gonna be about an hour show on May 21st. I'll put the link in the Facebook.
Okay. That's a bad definitely. I definitely enjoyed the last one you was on. There was some good shit going on. But man, as always, AB, man, I appreciate the call. You dropping the nuggets on us, man.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Man, shout out to AB, man. Shout out to Goya. What's the motherfucking deal? I saw some of your comments. So welcome to the den. Glad you catch us live. So I saw we were talking about 20s and 40. We talking about $40. We talking about 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tomorrow is Sunday, huh? Is God good? It depends on, I guess, what God you worship. I mean, a lot of people see a lot of different things. Talking about Aaron Foster's Brotherhood? Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know, man. Look, hey, Jack. I think I might, maybe every other weekend I'll do it. I might have to bring back pastor, preacher, bishop, father, rabbi, deacon, brother Honcho tomorrow. I ain't decided yet. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about Sierra, nigga. Like, yeah, I don't really be on social media like that, honestly. Like, I barely post on my own shit. And usually the shit I post, I try to use like a deal that'll post to 2 or 3 things at once. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't be on there like that. I mean, maybe once a day, because especially when I took everything off my phone, I added it back. But now I just kind of, I'll check it here, I'll check it there, but I'm definitely disconnected. You know, I'll go out check what my people done posted. You know, I'll check what Beyond maybe posted, Baker Man, you know, 2 or 3 people, whatever pops up on my timeline first as far as Instagram, and then some of my sports stuff, people I fuck with, and then I can't get caught slipping, man. All right, I'm back. Yeah, tomorrow is Mother's Day. It's all that good stuff. Shit, it's like Mother's Day in a couple of minutes, man. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back tomorrow, man. I'll bring the preacher back tomorrow. So I got a question for the ladies. We talking about the lust, and we didn't start trying to trail off into the ratchetness as we only got a couple of minutes left. Is there an adequate amount of time to engage in sex? Janice Cooper, what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den. I don't know if you... I believe most of the people may be watching videos. It's just popping up on the videos, but shout out your newest friend in the den. Is there an adequate amount of time that you know, that it should be that you should be engaging, or is it just when both parties are satisfied? Well, thank you, Cartier. I'm glad you know, I'm a single mother just trying to make it in this world. So I appreciate it. No, seriously, yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the den. Maybe tomorrow I won't be too ratchet tomorrow when I think about it. Nah, it's Sunday Night Confessions. Look. Y'all gonna have to confess how y'all became a mother. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah, man. I think I might get on the... I'm trying to decide. I don't know. I may or may not. I might get on the mixer a little bit later. I may be up for a little bit. Taking care of some stuff. So I might get on the mixer tonight. Let me just see, because I gotta do a couple little things. So I'm gonna stay up to make sure they get done. So I might get on the mixer for a little bit. What time is it? About to be 12. About to be that time to wind down. So maybe about 12:15, maybe 12:30. I get on the mixer. Talk a little shit. Figure something out. The second stream, man, the shit just went out. Like, my fucking internet went out. I don't know if they was doing maintenance or fucking what. Like, my fucking internet went out, so I hopped on the phone, and then I hit the road. I went to Whataburger. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I be fucking up when I eat at night. Like, I stop my calorie count at midnight, right? So I go from midnight to midnight. That's when the day changes. So I ate a grilled chicken sandwich or whatever. That was like 470, 80 calories. And so like my shit now is like 21. I got like 2,100 calories a day, like 2,160, something like that. And so I ate that shit, and it just threw me off for the day, because that means I really had to kind of balance my shit out a lot more throughout the day. But I'm still good, player. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was trying to chat with y'all after the shit went out, and then My shit just died, man. My shit just like no. Cause I was on the road, so I wasn't in the chat. Then I guess there was a small discrepancy, and then after I went to Whataburger, I ran to the store to make sure the little one had some pancakes for this morning. So I was like, fuck, it wasn't that far off. So I went and grabbed some pancakes, and then when I got up out of there, I think y'all was out of the chat already. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. I'm talking about the Rockets tomorrow because I'm going to talk about them today, but I had to take care of some things. Some stuff kind of happened at the last minute. And so I'm going to talk about them tomorrow. I'm going to double up. I'll probably do the Rocket stream a little bit earlier. And then still do the 7 o'clock sauce. Talk a little bit of Texans rookie training camp, whatever, rookie mini camp, which is irrelevant. And then be in time for the day of tomorrow, man. Your mama edition. Tomorrow. We might have to do that. We'll see what all. Man, shout out to Man Up. I didn't even know Man Up was in the mix, man. Shout out to Man Up. Appreciate that, man. Cave Sports TV. Hey, I think that's deserving of a few more minutes of conversation. What y'all think? Y'all think we talk for a few more minutes? Well, hey, let's keep it going for a few more minutes. I appreciate the love. I ain't gonna look because yesterday I did that. Look, I jumped out right when I jumped out. T'Challa donated 100, and fucking I had jumped out the damn conversation. So I tried to bring the stream back. Everybody was already out of there. That was a very interesting altercation. Yeah, DeMarcus started actually. DeMarcus, like y'all ever seen that video with the two cats and the crow? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Hey, man, up with you. If you shit, you know, let me know if you're available a little bit early tomorrow. I don't know if you work on Sundays, but I was gonna say a little bit early because I was gonna do some Rockets talk tomorrow. Maybe do a little Rocket stream if you was available. Just kind of a little bit of end of the season recap, but just let me know. But my thing is DeMarcus is like this video with these two cats, right? And they kind of like just chilling, but this crow is there, and the crow keep picking at their tails, and he had them start fighting each other. Like he made them start fighting, and then that nigga just sat there watching. Like that motherfucker was just like following along. Them motherfuckers kept on fighting till they like fell off a roof, and the crow, that motherfucker jumped down and so still kept on watching their motherfucking ass. That shit was fucking hilarious. But that's DeMarcus. DeMarcus is that crow, okay? And DeMarcus be out there instigating, and then watching the shit. You gotta watch out for DeMarcus, man. How tall am I? Or how tall is who? How tall is me? How tall is me? I am a master of the English language. I am 6'3". That's this. I'm telling y'all, hey, look. Y'all better hey, man, keep the party going already, Rico. Okay, well, hey, normally I don't do this, but keep the party going. All right, appreciate the love, Rico. Shout out to Man Up. Shout out to Rico, man. But yeah, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, look. I'm trying to get it straight. That's what I was trying to tell Baker, man, before the shit ended and the shit had cut off. The shit had fucked up. I was talking to Baker, man. I know he was talking about doing some training. I was like, I need you to send me the Baker, man, ebook, man. I gotta get my endurance up. You know, like I said, because the original date, like I said, I had scheduled following this little plan. It said that I should be at my goal weight. My goal weight is 215. And it said my goal weight originally was supposed to be at the end of October, like October 28th, 31st, something like that. But now that shit moved up to August. Well, it went to August 24th. Now it's August 26th. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
What's going on, Hunter? This is your boy Man Up right here, man.
Man Up, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind?
Man, I was just calling, man, because I turned young, man. I saw the title, you know, The Power of Lust. You know, I had to put my little 2 cents in.
Already.
Man, that's a powerful thing, man. I think that's the most powerful thing on earth, man. That's my opinion. But nah, I was calling in, man, just to say, you know what, man. I'm gonna give my Sunday night confessions right now, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's technically Sunday, so yeah, we can make that. That's all good.
All right. Well, let me put it like this. I want to give them a fucking Friday for yesterday and a Sunday night confession. Matter of fact, I got 2 fucking Fridays. I hope there's one person is listening. If they, I don't know if they was here earlier, but I didn't see them in the chat, so well, I wasn't paying attention actually. But the first one goes out to Mr. J. Dizzle. God damn it, motherfucking shit. Not fucking with him. Now, I hope he feel me. I'm just fucking with him, man. I ain't got no beef with him. I'm just messing with him. Because they always fucking with me, so I said, I got to get him back. But nah. Then another one, man. God damn it. I know this is the Den. I
feel you.
But I gotta say fuck it to my goddamn Rockets, man. I was hoping like hell they pull that shit out.
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna hop on it too long because this is the Den, so I just have to say that. Anyway, to all them non-goddamn Warrior fans that's talking shit to me all the damn time, talking shit, whatever to you Rockets. I'm like, damn, I thought you were Laker fans. Damn, I thought you were Wizards fans.
Right.
Like, damn, I thought you was a Mavericks fan, shit like that. I was like, fuck. But you talking shit. I'm like, where your team at? Goddamn Laker fans can't even do nothing with the so-called King James.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Say fuck them to all of them wannabe Warrior fans, and my damn Rockets. I thought they would pull it out. Fuck. But anyway, now I'll go ahead and give my my Sunday night confession because I ain't gonna be able to do it tomorrow. So if that's okay with you, I want to get that done now.
All right. What's on your mind? What would you like to share with the people?
All right. Now this one is kind of crazy. Then it kind of has to do with the title, the power of lust. I'm like, ooh, man. Now, let me just go ahead and say this here. It was one time, man, that going up during my my backsliding days. You know what I'm saying? When I was back a little youngster. You know what I'm saying? I think I was doing something, and let me just say that I had one time that, a woman put it on me. Man, just put it down. So they had to put it down. And the funny thing is, man, what I'm saying? When you're a little youngster, back in your day, you think you the shit. You think you got big balls. You ain't doing a goddamn thing. So one day, I think I'm doing something, and the next day, the girl I was with don't call me. She don't call me no more. So it's like a one night stand. So I'm here for about a good month and a half, something like that. The next time I hear from her, I see her walking through Sharpstown Mall. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, what's going on with you? And the funny thing is, she was with some friends. And she was like, oh yeah, y'all, that's that guy I was telling y'all about. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was doing something, but couldn't, that released, within a couple of seconds. I was like, man, I can't believe she put that shit out there like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes, they put it down, you know what I'm saying? We just get too excited, you know what I'm saying? It happens.
Man.
So the next thing I know, man, she was, like 5 of us laughing at me like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I was embarrassed 'cause I was with my boys, too. I was embarrassed like a motherfucker.
Damn.
So it's like, oh, shit, my cookies are ready. I'm making me some cookies, so I hope they do this listen. But yeah, I'm going to go in this guy, I got to get my cookies split. That was just one embarrassing thing. And I was like, I thought I was big shit, but I wasn't.
Oh, man. Hey, you got to learn somewhere, man.
Yeah, I had to learn. So I'll let y'all use y'all imagination, man. But I gotta go get my cookies at the
Already. That's it, man. I appreciate the call there, man up, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. Man, look, dude, man up. See, that's the hard work, man. Man up cooking cookies at midnight, putting the work in. Man, I can't believe she called my partner a minute man up. Ah, that's tough, man. Yeah, that's that. Look, you said quick dick report. Yeah, that WPR. That whack pipe report. I told y'all she was she was a chick that when my partner said that shit, the whack pipe report. I was like, oh my god. But I got one for y'all, man. I'm looking at my confessions for tomorrow. I gotta every time now and then when I think about them, I make a little list. You like one night stands? Really, really now. So here's a question. Man, I've said something, and I meant to finish something I was saying before the AV call too. So Man Up said something, right? Talking about a woman, and she put it on there. How does she learn that? This is why I say there's a lot of youngsters in there. They be telling me, man, I want a virgin, and I want this, that, and the third, and that's cool, and I'm not knocking that, right? I've in my younger days, like when I was in high school, I fucked a couple of chicks that was virgins. I fucked with a couple of chicks that was experienced. And as I got older, college, as I got older, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jack. I don't want no rookie ass chick. Like, I understand, but I know what I like, right? I know what I like. I know what feels good. I know all that good stuff, And if you stroke off in anything long enough, you gonna bust a nut. But let me tell you. Sometimes there are some things. See, just some creative motherfuckers out there in this world, right? And whatever fellas be teaching some of these chicks some of this shit that I never fucking imagined, and they hit you with that shit, and you just like, wow, where did you learn this? Where did you learn this? Who taught you this? I gotta send this motherfucker a card, a thank you card, because whoever taught you that shit, it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I had it happen, man. Look, I'm gonna share the story on one of these confessions. I got it wrote down on my list how it happened to me. This afternoon they was talking big shit. This is what a nigga was physically. I wouldn't say physically probably in my prime. I was in damn good shape, damn good endurance. I was knocking them out by the dozens, and one just got me. Because I had been talking shit because she had held out for me on a long time. I'm talking about it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Rashida.
Miss Rashida, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm fine. Now that I've got a call from Miss Rashida, I'm doing excellent.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
I wish everybody was as glad to hear from me as you.
I think we all are.
No, I got some people, don't like me too much, but that's okay. I'll do it.
Okay. So what's on your mind?
Oh, I just want to talk about the topic a little bit.
Okay.
I think that love is more emotional. It's like a feeling that you get from your heart, and then lust comes from your private area. You get that feeling down there when you see that person. You know how they say love, like when you see the person, your heart skip a beat. That's love.
Okay. I thought that was a heart attack, but okay.
Not heart attack, skip a beat.
Okay.
Just skip a beat,
Okay.
You get butterflies, all that stuff,
Okay.
Probably not every time, because sometimes the love of your life can get on your damn nerves, and you be ready to hurt them, but it is what it is, And when you lust after a person, you get that, like, more sexual feeling. Well, I mean, everybody in that's grown, so y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever experienced love?
I've experienced both.
Okay. So,
but that love, that's the one I'd rather not experience. But that shit hurt when you get your heart broke. Lust, in my opinion, you can get over that, because you can just find somebody else to fulfill that desire.
Okay.
But you know how, like they say, you don't want to get your heart broken more than once. Because that shit right there is true. Because your heart ain't never the same after a heartbreak. I don't give a shit what nobody say. You can find the next person, but ain't shit like that first love that you had.
Mm. Okay, that's interesting. Nothing like the first love.
It's not.
Who had that song, My First Love? Who sung that?
I think that was Avon.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I ain't want to say the wrong thing. I be giving the wrong folks credit when I be talking about who song what, so I be fucking up. So, okay. Yeah, I think it was him, and I forgot who the chick was. But yeah, okay. So, I'm finna be a little nosy. How long ago was it when, you experienced that first love?
Probably 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Before that, it was love.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the truth. It is what it is. I didn't let people get too close.
Okay.
Eventually, one slipped through. Stuff happens.
And so, how did that change you after that experience when it went sour? Like, how did that impact you?
It just makes you more guarded. You ain't never gonna be as trusting and open.
So, being more guarded, do you think that causes some people to miss out on what might be a good situation because they're still so cautious about what happened last time? Or does that mean that the next person that is able to get through that guard may be that much better? What do you think that is? How do you think that works?
Well, I think a person that's interested in you would take that time to peel back the layers and get to know you. Because sometimes people will meet you and they're like, I thought you was this way, and then you turn out really to be a nice person. So it's just about timing.
Okay.
Like some people, they see me, they're like, oh, I thought you was so mean, but you really a nice person. Good sense of humor, everything.
It's usually
But I think that's what they say anyway.
It's usually the opposite for me. They like, oh, I thought you was nice. You a hoe ass nigga. You a dirty ass dog. You a punk ass nigga. And I'm like, well, fuck you too, then, bitch. No, I'm just joking.
Nobody told nothing like that.
Not recently, but we all were young once. We all didn't make the best decisions. Things happen. But I've changed. I'm a changed man, so I tend to do the right thing now. But yeah, there was a time I did some shenanigans. So
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with shenanigans. It's a part of life. Having a little fun sometimes.
So I got a question for you. You were saying that earlier. You say because some of the fellas were commenting on women and some of the things they do. And you made some comments. So would you like to maybe offer a lady's perspective on the opposite side of that argument or that conversation we were having earlier?
We said a lot of different things. Can you narrow it down a little bit?
Okay, well we were talking.
I said a bunch of stuff.
Well, because I think we were talking about the appearance, the attractiveness of women, and sometimes, getting into low-key situations, and we talked about LOD, lying on, maybe we just call it LOS to cover both parts. So lying on sex, so you got it.
People do that.
And
I don't understand the point of doing that, though. Why would you want to lie on what you're doing out here? That don't make no sense to me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, some people,
And if you're embarrassed to be messing with somebody you shouldn't be messing with.
This is true. Yes, it's true. But what if it was like one of them
Oh,
things?
what I was talking about was, as far as the looks go, some men overestimate their looks. You know what I'm saying, and want to talk about somebody else, but to another person, you might not be as attractive. I mean, it's all about perception. So
I learned the hard way.
As well, because a man will say, "Oh, I don't like this kind of woman, that kind of woman," but then you don't have no money for any kind of woman. So you just need to take what you can get at some point.
But now hold on, just take what you can get. But didn't you tell me a little while back that a woman shouldn't have to? Because we were talking about if you start having multiple kids, and your options become limited. But you said that she don't have to settle; she can go after what she wants, right? So why can't a nigga who got limited pockets, not have to settle and let him do what he want to do?
Look, now, a man without money is like, let me see how I should say this. Not on nobody priority list. So it ain't even like you gotta have a lot of money. But money brings opportunities, and if you don't have none, then your opportunities are limited. That's just a fact of life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is factual. I cannot dispute that. So what would be an even comparison to a man without money? What would be the female comparison to that? A woman without what would be similar to a man without money?
If you don't have no money, then any woman that approach you, pretty much, you should be thankful. If she can accept you and you can't do nothing for her but provide a little enjoyment, that's it.
So, would you say is
you don't even have no place to take her. You got to go to her place. I mean, you got to catch the bus over there, everything like.
Damn.
And then you gonna turn around talking about she ugly, this and that, but you there.
The bus. I mean, hey, we living in the modern era. Maybe people have concerns about the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, so they don't want to own a vehicle to contribute to the pollution that is in most of these major cities. So maybe they just want to, be conservative with the. Nah, I'm talking shit. That ain't what it is.
Exactly. I was like, no, you know what it is.
Yeah, that ain't the case. Okay. So let's see. Let me see. So, okay, like I said, a lot of men were going off on what they did not find appealing. What is it that you or that you think most women don't find appealing in men besides a lack of money?
Short.
Now, that's unfair.
Well, it's true.
Okay.
You want a man you can look up to. I mean, if you look down on him, I don't see too much respect you want to give him.
Is that why short men are angry?
They always trying to act like they tough because they know people ain't nobody scared of them. You can sling their ass across the room.
Damn, that's...
But like when a man is taller than you, you kind of choose your words more carefully. You know what I'm saying? When you got to look up and you're like, I might not want to say that. So.
Okay. So yeah, you
but
see.
If you looking down at him, you just gonna say whatever you want to say. And you better go on to the room and get out your face.
You a bully. You over there bullying them. I see. Look, I see what it is. But here's the thing, because this is something I've noticed with women. Okay, I've seen women say, it's not right for a man to talk about.
I don't speak for all women. I just don't prefer short men.
Okay, but I'm saying,
you said earlier you don't prefer real big women. I mean, it's just a preference. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with his character, blah blah blah. We all have preferences. You don't want an ugly fat woman. I don't want a short broke man. I mean,
I don't want an ugly skinny one either. I mean, that's just ugly. It's ugly. I don't think nobody want nothing ugly. And like I said, I said plus size, proportionate, but there is a limit. There is eventually other spots you got to get to. But like I said, I got a wingspan. If I can't,
you said why short women angry? I think a lot of women just angry. Period. I don't think it have anything to do with height.
Say men don't even like women with a lot of money. Who don't? Shit, I love them. Look, I ain't turning down shit but my collar. And I don't wear no collars. Like, y'all see me wear t-shirts every motherfucking day. So that'll tell you how I feel about that.
I think men do like women with money because they want somebody to take care of them. So I don't really know about that one because you seeing a lot more of that nowadays. These men going for alimony and everything. So it looks to me like they kind of do.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Kevin Hunter in that whole Wendy situation. I hope he get the win.
He don't need no more money. He bogus. He
What? Man, look, she was out there tooting it
Look,
up.
she already gave him a $10 million settlement. He better ease his ugly ass on down the road.
Nah, he need more than that. What's that term they use? He accustomed to a certain lifestyle. He need his money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he can use that $10 million to start him a new lifestyle. Him and his side chicken baby.
I need half.
Make that work.
Half.
Make it work.
I need half, man. I need
He the
half.
one get out there doing all the work. He ain't getting half of shit. He don't get no more money. That's it. She the one out there putting her life on the line.
I like all women. I appreciate all women. I think there's beauty in 95% of women. I ain't gonna say all. Some of them just. I told you that little Teddy Ruxpin looking bitch. She just ain't had nothing working for her. I couldn't do it. But everybody else, it's like super skinny. I can't do because like I told you, I got that. I think AIDS. I don't know why. If she's just skinny, I think this bitch got AIDS. I'm not fucking with her. And
well, I mean, that's for you. That's your perception. You know, you have every right to have any perception that you want.
Yeah.
You know, you honcho, you the man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. you can pick and choose who you want. You good.
All right. But yeah, like I said, everybody has their preferences. Everybody does, and so there's nothing wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see what's wrong with having preferences.
See, it's wrong if the preference ain't me. That's the preference has to always be me. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But I think that's how some people feel. Like, you know, my thing is, like I say, you know, everything ain't for everybody. I know. Look, I learned the hard way this week. Somebody insulted me, and I had to, you know, I was living high on the hog, and I had to get back grounded. I had to come back down to earth. You know what I mean? Because I was just feeling myself too much. And she just, you know, I ain't on no shit like that. But
you talking about that little bald head chick they call you ugly?
The one you call that shit was funny. But you know, I ain't worried about that shit.
I had to hop on in and check her because she was out of line, out of pocket, because she didn't even have to bring herself on the comment because wasn't nobody talking to her. Yeah. See, that's what we was talking about. I'm finna get all off topic, but that's what we were talking about the other day, how people on the internet want to say extra shit just to be talking. Yeah. You don't know nobody, and you don't know who he knows. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All she had to do was keep scrolling, man, her business.
Exactly. And the thing is, what I said is I don't get, like, they mad because the video, because they didn't check and see that it says stream, because if it's a stream, it'll tell you streamed. And the videos tell you how long they are before you click on them. Usually if you hover on them or something. So they mad because they clicked on a video that was 2 hours and something and they didn't have the time to watch it or whatever else. And so you mad at me because you made a bad decision. Like, I don't comprehend that.
You know what? They probably didn't even get past where you do your commentary 10 minutes to see that it's a talk show to where people call in, which makes the show longer. You know what I'm saying? People just so extra and dumb in this world.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, but like I say, I've learned about it. Like I said, I don't really trip on it too much, and that's why sometimes when people say something off the wall in the comments, I'm trying not to be insulting, but I'm just gonna be like, hey, well, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna kiss your ass, but please watch it. Please, the fuck. If you don't want to watch it, then but you leave a comment for it. That's stupid. Like, your actions don't, you know, make sense. Because if I see something, I'm like, okay, this ain't interesting or this too long. You know what I do? I click off and I go to the next thing. I'm not gonna, man, why'd you make a long video? Like, what the fuck?
You know what? She wanted your attention. That's what it was. Because, no, I'm serious. That's how women get me in attention sometimes. By being extra and negative to get your attention, because you responded to her. Now, had she just said, "Oh, I love it," you probably would have just did the, you know, how you be doing that little heart on them. Yeah. You probably just would do with that. But see, when she said something negative, that got you to respond. And that's what she wanted.
Oh, see,
And
shit, I
and
fucked
the
up.
other one that jumped on there, she wanted a response too. She probably be watching you every day.
No, okay, I gotta be more
I'm telling
careful.
you, women got their little ways about them.
So okay, I'm glad you said that. So why are women like? Why can't they just be straightforward? Why do women do the extra to get, I guess, the extra? Why do they do that?
Because sometimes you don't want that person to know you might actually. When I'm saying it, don't even sound like it makes sense, but you don't want them to know you like them, so you act like you don't. It just sounds so childish,
And
but it is.
that sounds like something women would do. That sounds like some women. It makes sense when you talk about women because y'all, can't live with them, can't live without them. Y'all throw it off, but we love y'all.
Mhm.
But we understand after having some experience. We definitely we
You
understand.
never knew people that didn't get along and end up together.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That was game from the beginning.
Okay, okay. I see. I
But
see.
sometimes you really can't stand somebody,
Yeah,
and then you end up getting to know them and liking them. So that happens too.
yeah. Sometimes personalities can be so similar that
Yeah, you can clash.
I definitely I
And I
agree.
want to tell before I get off of here, I want to tell DeMarcus don't give me in no more bullshit, okay? Because that's all that was last night.
The Marcus the Crow. That's the Marcus new name.
Yeah,
He
he
the
the
Crow.
crow. He
He the
showed
Crow.
did got that started. Then I'm talking about what he do. You know what you did.
I got. Look, I'm finna put him in the trivia. Which
Always
moderator is known as the
instigating
Crow?
something. Always instigating something.
I gotta watch out
Now
for
when I
Mark.
take this wrench and knock her upside the head with it, don't say nothing.
Okay. Oh, just there. So you're gonna match all the donations tomorrow up to 30. Let's let it rip, Tater Chip. I like that. Well, that's what's happening, just Sarah. Look, I'm gonna definitely bring out the preacher. Then I'm gonna have to bring preacher Pastor Honcho back. Then we gonna,
All right.
it's gonna go down. Well, anything else you want to add to that, Miss Rashida?
No, I just wanted to say something to Josh right quick. You can really keep my name out your mouth because I ain't been bothering you. I've been ignoring you, and you done mentioned me 3 or 4 times for no reason. We don't like each other. We don't need to talk. So you just keep on your side, and I stay on my side, and we all good in the den.
Okay, okay. And Demarcus kind of light skinned too, so that might be a thing too. You gotta. So you got to watch out for that. So I don't know. But that's a bit, Miss Rashida. You know what? I always appreciate your call, and I appreciate the insight that you provide. It gave me a little game this evening.
Oh, okay. And shout out to Just Sarah. That's one of my favorites in the den.
Yeah, Just Sarah is a den favorite. I like Just Sarah. Whenever she can join, whenever she don't be having company and leaving us for the company, man, fuck that company. The den more important. The den folk need
She
you.
got tears for her people. Leave her alone. She got tears for her people.
Yeah,
They
I
feel they
know.
straight.
I know. Just Sarah cool and a fad. Already.
I don't care about you just trolling. Leave me alone. I don't like you, okay? Now that's all. I'm finna get off.
All right. Well, appreciate the call, Miss Rashida.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Already. Hey, look. Sometimes you gotta be straightforward and direct with your feelings. Ain't no beating around the bush. Hold on. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's going on, Hunter? This boy, man, one more again.
Man up, what's the motherfucking deal? What you like to drop in the den tonight, man?
First of all, I want to say to Miss Rashida, I love it when you call in. It's very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You always give me a good laugh, whether you beefing with somebody in the chat or you got something to say on the phone. I love it when you call in, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being very, very serious. It's very funny. Very funny sometimes. Anyway, now I think that was Carter Wright or whatever the name was that I was talking about in the chat. Started putting in the chat. When we started talking about women making more money and stuff like that, how men don't like that. Well, my personal opinion, again, let me quote that and put that in capital letters. My personal opinion is that's bullshit. And let me explain why I'm saying that. And I saw you had put something in the chat that said women with money are demanding. That's true, but I'm gonna say that's bullshit that men don't like women with money because my wife makes more money than me, and we've been together for 11 years. Well, married for 11 years. So I think that's bullshit. So whoever told y'all that shit, I think it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on that man. You know what I'm saying? His ego and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first got with my wife, she was making more money than me. Now she's still making more money than me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So it's no matter what, it's all coming into the household, no matter who's making it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So men making more money, yeah, that's the standards, that's society, that's how I guess it's supposed to be. It is what it is. Women make more money, then people want to say, well, men don't like when a woman, brings in more money. I mean, I want to know who started saying that crap, because I think it's crazy. My personal opinion.
But I've actually heard some women say that they that have made good money say that they've had issues with when a man finds out that they make more money than them. But these same women I know personally, they are, like I think they feel a certain way about them, and I've even heard them say when they've dated guys that have made less money, that's been a thing that they've brought up, something that they kind of spoke of. So I think that there may be a little something there. And maybe it's, again, it depends. Because like I said, I had an aunt. She makes real good money. Ended up getting with the last dude she was married with, the last two dudes she's married with. Didn't make as much money as she did. So it started off, cool, whatever. But then I noticed her, I noticed her say little stuff because she felt like, because she's in banking. And so, I can't really take him here. I can't really take him to these events. But then she kind of throw it off anyway on some other shit. I think it's deeper than just the money with that. But, or I don't feel like, because everybody she's around, people she surrounds herself with, they got good money. They make good money. They deal with whatever. But, in the end, it ended up actually biting her ass because they ended up, I think, making her ass pay some child support. She deserved that shit because she was a bitch. But,
okay.
same situation happened with the next dude that she was with. Now, it's a whole nother story. I could get into that, but I'm going to leave that because she tried to play me one time. But, and then the dude that she got with after that, she would say, it's not a big deal. But then little times I'd hear her bring stuff up, and if it's like it's not a big deal, then you might be the one maybe overvalued. But then again, that could be a situation where she works in banking. She deals with money all the time. She's around people. So it may have more of an impact on her with the type of career that she has as opposed to maybe somebody else who just makes good money. But I've heard women say that men have had issues with them when they make more money. But then again, like I say, it can be women and their personalities depending on what type of careers they're into. But I don't have an issue with it. I see you don't.
Yeah, I think it's a society thing telling people that. For example, a lot of women like say men don't like it when you know more about cars and sports to them. Me personally, I think that's bullshit because shit, we can have more to talk about, more to do together. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I would love if my wife, got under the hood, started working on the car with me, sat down, started talking sports with me, shit like that. I love that shit. So I think, because there's more things, more for us to connect with. She ain't got like the same teams as I do, but we can sit and talk sometimes, start some shit. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, that's just me. I think it's bullshit. I invite it. I want it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you know about this stuff, don't hide it. Let it out. Shit. If he want to be weak-minded like that and listen to what society's telling him, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Be you. You know what I'm saying? So I think when people are saying these things, I think that's society telling you that shit, and then people are listening to it. Because, like I said, my wife makes more money than me, and we've been married for 11 years. She don't really too much like the NBA that much, but she likes football. And we sit down, we talk. She likes J.J. Watt and the Texans, and we sit down, we talk football. Here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. But she's more into her Alabama, because I'm tired, because like I said, she's from Alabama, so born in Alabama. So, and I like my Longhorn, so we sit and talk shit to each other when it comes to college sports, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so at the end of the day, excuse me, sorry. So at the end of the day, I think whoever was telling people that stuff, it's I don't know, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? If you connect with a person, it shouldn't matter about money. It shouldn't matter, you know what I'm saying, if they know more about something than you. Because hell, guess what? You got some men out there that's, you know, well successful that are makeup artists, and women, and some women don't even know how to put on their makeup. So I think that's bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, I think that's crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to go and put that out there, and I want to say one more thing after then down, you know, get on off of here and go and relax and chill. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, because I won't be able to join tomorrow. All you mothers out there, you know, keep doing your thing. I'll holler at you.
All right, Man Up will tell Mrs. Man Up we here in the den wish her a happy Mother's Day, and man, we'll holler at you when you get a chance to fuck with us.
All right, then. I'll holler at you, man.
All right, appreciate it. Now, that's interesting. We might have to make that a topic one day, you know. That, you know, bringing home the bacon, because what's something, and this is what I'm saying, like I said, because I've seen certain things from experience and with certain people in my family and other women that I know personally, that even if I haven't necessarily fucked with, but I peep personalities. You know, some women, they'll say, oh, you know, it's an issue, it's a this. Matter of fact, AB posted a great video about that in the Den Facebook group. It's the Roommates podcast with, what is her name? Fuck, what was her name? It was, Rebecca Lynn something. This shirt size, too small. This is a, I don't know if this is a large or XL. I can't remember. But Soul Better, how you doing this evening? Just see, that's what I say. My weight fluctuates so much, and that's what I say. That's what I'm saying too. But I want to say Rebecca Lynn, but it's the Roommates podcast, and it's a black chick, and she. I gotta add the rest of that stuff to the merch store too. I gotta add the rest of that stuff. I meant to do it today and got caught up. I got a couple other shirts I need to add in there. I got some new things. I got some actual new designs I'm gonna add. I'm gonna spend tomorrow. It didn't take super long. I already got them done. I just gotta upload them. I gotta do that. But this one here is actually in the in my sports store. This is a human. This will be the human. This is a Houston shirt. A man will not be truthful about how many men or how men really say, well, man, what? Appreciate it, Jess Sarah. Good night. Man, DeMarcus, fuck you, nigga. I've been losing weight. I'll tell you, look, I done slid down. When I started my calorie count journey, and I see it's been 41 days, I've lost like, last time I checked, like 17 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So look, stop all that hating. But this is in the Soft Sports store. This is Houston. The Skyline with the drip on it. But you know, I have nothing to lie about as far as coming to women, because I'm not really tripping. You're a woman who knows. I hear you, Cardi. I hear you. I don't know. You might have lady bias. But my thing is this. I think there are a lot of men who care, and this is what I'm saying, but there's so many different sides to the story. There are men who care because the man is supposed to be the provider. The man is supposed to be, you know, taking care of the household and all this stuff. Even though times have changed and things are a bit different. It's raining outside. And then, so it's a part of a man's ego. For a lot of men, it's a lot of men's ego. All right, man, I appreciate you coming through. Rebecca Lynn Pope, thank you. Rebecca Lynn Pope, the Roommates podcast with Rebecca Lynn Pope. That's what she talked about it. She talked about when she was a matchmaker and dealing with women who made good money. She was super honest about it, and she was saying the women who make good money, you know, they feel like they should be able to live. Women, here's the deal with women. Women always want to aim up. That's just what it is. A woman. When we talked about it, I forgot who mentioned it, but like I said, the secretary of the at a law firm feels like she should be with the motherfucking partner. because that's just the way women operate. They always, when they feel like they can, they feel like they can skip all the levels and go skip straight to the top. You feel me? And so that's just how they feel. And nothing wrong with that. But a man, say if he's just a janitor, he's not looking like, he ain't thinking that he can fuck with a female lawyer or something, or president or CEO of a company. But a woman, fucking, she can be, like I say, she could be the fucking at the desk at the front. You know what I'm talking about? She feels like she got access to the damn, you know, most premier elite man in that motherfucker. So when a woman is actually successful with degrees and qualified and all that stuff, well, she's not looking down. So she's like, nah, I ain't fucking with that nigga. He ain't got a degree. He ain't got no money. He ain't got this, this, and this. So she's going to shoot up. But the thing about that is men who are successful and doing well for themselves, they like, man, especially if I got more access, I got money, well, I'm probably more likely gonna fuck with that secretary who, you know, ain't spending all her time focused on business and doing that. She probably maybe be more physically attractive because she spends a little bit more time wearing makeup and doing all that, or I don't have to deal with what you would feel is and I say demanding because I think bossy is a bad word. Now I don't think boss is a bad thing. If you're demanding, you're demanding. You can be a demanding man, you can be a demanding woman. I don't think any of that is negative, but you just know what you want. There's nothing wrong with knowing exactly what you want. But as far as men want to be able to control the frame, you feel me? And so, but what happens with women with money is it's different. Because a man with money, guess what? If his money right, this motherfucker look like Beetlejuice. But guess what? He gonna slide onto that Instagram. He gonna slide in the DM of some old booty model and be like, "Come on through. I'm gonna break a little bread on you." He gonna be able to fuck with what you think, or I don't really like the IG shit, but what you may think may be the most beautiful women in the world. He has access to them simply because he has money. Okay, a woman who may be in that same scenario doesn't have that same level of access. You know, and so it's like, it is what it is. And so what she was saying in that interview, again, I suggest everybody watch it. Shout out to AB because he put me on that. She was talking about when she was matchmaking, well, the women who have money, who are successful, who are doing well for themselves, you know, they want basically what a man with money wants out of a IG model, but they want them to have credentials and everything else. She's like, man, the man that you're looking for has access to any woman in the world. That these women who do well for themselves, what they want are the guys that can basically have any woman they want. And she was like, and 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna want you. And it's unfortunate for women. It just is what it is. But that's the way it works. So the man that they want, most likely, if you're doing well and they're successful, doesn't necessarily want them. You know what I mean? Now, what I do feel, it's a different level when y'all both start out with little to nothing, or y'all both start out on the same level and y'all get together and y'all build together. I think that's a different vibe. But if a man has built his own empire and then he has a chance to pick and choose whatever he wants, it's different. If a woman is, you know, putting all this work on her own, then you got to think about, you know, if she's concerned about her biological clock ticking and, you know, the doing business all this time, and then she wants to have a family, or now you just spent, you know, 15, 20 years of your life fresh out of college grinding and working, and now you start stressing and sweating because you ain't married, you ain't got no kids, you ain't got all that. Now this becomes a priority, and that's what I think makes some women panic. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what makes some women, you know, feel a certain way. I don't think women with money and power is a bitch. I guess it's a lot of other types of bitches too. They ain't the only ones. You know, I mean, look, hey man, look, it's some other kind of bitches out there. There's some broke bitches out there too, man. Some women with money and power that are hoes, and some women with money and power that are ladies. I think there's all different categories for every one of them. I think it's all individual, but in certain scenarios, certain situations, they do tend to lean a certain way. But it was something else. I was talking about how women put it on you. How do they get that way? And we were talking about experience versus lack of experience. And I was talking about I prefer an experienced woman over a woman with no experience because she might teach you something new. I was talking about that. But I want to go back to something that was said a few calls before, I think right before AB called, we were talking about, somebody mentioned about skinny girls versus big girls and who feels better from a male perspective. And I was saying that I've never been with a skinny chick, so I really couldn't tell you. Like I would say that I fuck with what you would say is average and up, because I told you my thing about skinny. Now I've heard people say that skinny girls can take it better. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell a motherfucker truth. Look, I don't care if you're bad, because here's what you get when you play the truth game. You find out what kind of woman she is, because some women will get mad, but then if they are a sensible woman, they'll understand what you say. They might not be right away. It might take a little bit of time, but then they'll say, hey, this dude is telling the truth. He's not trying to just say some shit to fuck me over, to take advantage of me or whatever else. And those type of women that come back and they can kind of handle that kind of shit, it's kosher. That's the kind you might want to fuck with. But those who just get fly off the handle and don't want to hear it, and they, man, you leave that alone immediately. But I was talking about skinny versus y'all ferocious. Appreciate you coming through. But you talking about skinny versus big girl, who can take it better? I've heard people say that skinny girls take it, but I've never really fucked with one to be able to say that that's a fact. So I don't really know. But there could be some truth to that. There could be some truth to that. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily have the full spectrum, but I'm thinking as close to skinny as I've gotten, and then I'm thinking about as big as I've gone, and I don't know, man. I think it just depends on the woman. I don't think there's really a size factor, but you know. You know the deal. We look at it. We don't ever stay on topic. So we did pretty good for staying on the topic as long as we did. We all over the place now. Let me see. I saw a couple of folks saying so. I saw Miss Goya say something earlier, and I think I meant to want to comment on that. Women with money have to marry down. Well, look, you can go get the Stella Got Your Groove back. They can go make it shake. Make them do something strange. They might have to go international. But I think that's the thing a lot of men are doing right now. I think a lot of American men are starting to go overseas, man. What time is it now? I might still do a mixture. That's the deal, because I got some stuff I got to handle. But I'll go ahead. We'll make it till 1. We'll go a few more minutes. And then I gotta be up anyway, because I got a couple of things I got to look after. So I may still do a mixer tonight. We'll see. But I don't know, man. I think this. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Okay, bet. That's what we'll do. That's a bet that. So we'll do that next week. But my thing is, like I say, it's just individual experiences with individual folks. Is it fat? I mean, again, it's all different. It's all different, because I've seen some big girls, a little thinner than you think. I've seen some skinny chicks, and well, not skinny, but slimmer, smaller chicks, average chicks, and I'm just like, man, that monkey is fat. Where you get that? I think it's just, I think it just differs. I think it depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? Look, some of them got that old moose knuckle. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got something else going on. I don't know what you want to call it. It's just, it's so much variety. You got to appreciate it all. But again, But what good is it if she can't take it? You know? Now, I need to figure something out. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. I don't know, but like I said, I just thought about something. I need to do some research. But I think athletic. I wonder if I don't know. Look. I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever fuck with no chicks who play sports or anything, or any other athletic chicks. But I wonder if athletic chicks got more endurance, so they get broke off just as easy. This is interesting. The old catcher's mitt. But all I'm saying is, it's different. I mean, for ladies, I'm sure it's different, I don't know how y'all situation work. Is this true? I'm gonna have to do some research. Cause I'm trying to think. Well, because I guess my definition is skinny. Cause like I said, I guess I don't know. Cause I wouldn't say that. Cause I wouldn't say they were just. I guess average is the best way to describe that. They say. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. We'll identify it like that. The part where they're the opposite of bony, black man says the best kind and is rare. They say, damn, and it's fat too. It's good or great because when they eat it up, they have a soft pillow to hit, not bones. They say it grips their dick and holds the juices in. This is interesting, this Urban Dictionary. I don't know. I don't think about any of that. I'm gonna be honest, like, I think sometimes when you do the Urban Dictionary, it just only takes like one of the words. But I'm like, I don't know. Do I really even think about any of that shit? I'm gonna be honest, like, and I'm getting it in. My whole mission is to break a bitch down. Like, it's like a game to me. And it's more so, can I win the game? And the game for me is to basically make sure she's shaking before I bust my nut. I mean, like, that's pretty much it. I bring the joystick. Can I make her shake and twitch? Because it's like funny to me when they get to and they lose control. They can't. You can't control. Man, that's like the funniest. It's. I'm sure it's not supposed to be funny, and it's not supposed to be funny, but it's. I don't know. Maybe there's a slight bit of conceit, maybe of arrogance or something. But when you see that happen, it's like, I win. I win, motherfucker. I win. Oh, man. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening? Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's Bro. How you doing, man?
Man, doing good, man. What's the motherfucking deal, Bredo, man? What's on your mind, man?
Man, I haven't called you since like 1997, so I was like, fuck, I gotta call this dude up, man. I've been calling.
Really?
You know what? About the topic, we're talking about lust. I can say lust can make you do some crazy fucking shit, man.
Yes, it can.
Like, I mean, look at me, for example, I mean, I get on the internet, and now I'm dating all these Mexican old ladies. It's lust. They control you, make you do all kinds of shit,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Speaking of that kind of shit, though, it's funny because at work, there were these two dudes they were going after this one bomb-ass bitch at my work, right? And they wanted to fight over her.
Wow.
And they did. They fought in the parking lot. But here's the stupid-ass shit.
Yeah.
She didn't even want either one of these fucking retards.
Exactly.
So they both lost their job for some stupid-ass shit, all because of lust. See, it can make you do crazy shit. People kill for it all the time. You know, they got a girlfriend, and the girlfriend will be like, hey, I need you to kill my husband, or vice versa. The guy will want his girlfriend to help him kill his wife or some shit like that. It's all because of lust they do this shit, you know?
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's fucking, when we were talking about, you know, they were talking about, I can't remember who it was, V. Darko or Rashida, one of them, was talking about how they don't like short dudes. And that makes sense. That makes fucking sense, dude. It really does. So, I mean, do you like dating a chick taller than you? I don't know about you, but I don't. That shit creeps me out, because I'm 5'11". If she must be a freakishly tall fucking bitch, like 6 foot something. Fuck that, dude.
I'll take
Fuck
a challenge. I'm always up for a challenge.
Yeah. You got a wrestler then, shit, dude. Yeah. Probably body slam you. But I can understand why women wouldn't want that, though, because what she was saying, all that stuff, and because, you know, they like to wear high heels and stuff, and that's why a lot of girls don't like to date guys that are the same height as them, because if they're wearing high heels, they look a lot taller, too, you know? So, and then somebody else brought up how they didn't like, what was it? They don't like women that make more money than them.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with that, especially if she wants to pay for all my shit. That's nice. But here's the issue, though. There are some people like that, though. Believe it or not, there's some men that are like, "Oh, she makes more than me. Fuck that." You know what I mean? Because they don't want a woman to make more than them. So they just, and there's women like that too. Like, take for example, one of my old ladies, and I mean that literally, my old lady. She doesn't. She was dating because I got a girl and then I got a woman on the side too. And my girl on the side was telling me how this rich dude's trying to get with her. He has all this money, all this shit. It's they don't. Some even women are like that too. They don't want a guy acting like they're better than them just because they have all this money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cringy to some people. Basically, what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what was I gonna say? I wanted to talk about, because somebody left a comment. I can't remember who the fuck it was. I've been meaning to call, but I've been so damn busy. Who the fuck was it? It was I can't remember. It was a little while back, like when I called you, and they were saying, "Oh, you're homophobic," because I was talking about how, you know, they're using this gay agenda in kids movies and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck you. All right, I don't know who wrote that. Fuck you. I am not homophobic. I swear to God, I have love for everybody. All right. My question is to the fucking dumbass that wrote that comic. I can't remember who it was, but they were stupid. My question to you is this. Are you worried, though, that grown executives in Hollywood are obsessed? Why do you think they're trying to? Why are they trying to put homosexuality in kids' movies? Why are you not worried about why a bunch of grown adults are so obsessed with homosexuality in children movies? I want you to answer that. Whoever the fuck left that comment, call up and say that. I want to know, do you have a problem with that? Like, why do they need that? You know?
Yeah. Man, I just heard something too in California that they're changing up the sex ed to include teaching kids as young as 5 to like about transgenders and stuff like that.
And not only that, Honcho, they're going to start teaching kindergartens about homosexual acts, like how they have sex and shit.
Yeah.
So when they, not only that, but when they get into sex ed, they're going to start telling them about, you know, how women scissor and all that shit when they have sex. It's like men have anal sex, that kind of shit. To kids, bro. To fucking kids.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with government. You know, they're obsessed with this. They're obsessed with transgender movement, with pushing homosexuality to kids. It's like, no government, no, leave them alone. They're obsessed with it. They can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
They just can't. You know, they made, I don't watch the TV show, but I guess they made the Flash's son transgender or his daughter or something. I don't know. Somebody's telling me about that. And I don't know. Did you hear about that on the show?
No, I had no idea about that.
Oh, okay. Now, I might be wrong. It might be his nephew or something. It was something like that. Somebody was telling me, like a relative or something. And, fuck, there was something else I had to tell you. Oh, another thing. One of your callers said that Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was gay. Is that correct?
Yes, that is true.
I tried looking that up on YouTube. Is there an episode where it comes out or something? I don't remember that happening.
No, not on the show. He was gay in real life.
Oh, all right. I was about to say, what episode was that? I must have missed it.
That would definitely have been a bombshell.
Somebody wrote Carl Winslow was gay too. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is going on with all these '90s fucking sitcoms? I did not remember seeing that.
Yeah, but they were both. They both were straight on the show, but they were both gay in real life.
I didn't know the Reggie Vell Johnson or whatever, the Carl Winslow and the guy in Die Hard, he was gay.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that, man. That's a trip, bro.
You know who tripped me out, man? I don't know if you're a fan of Half Baked, but old buddy, Scarface, who plays Scarface. Yeah.
Scarface.
Yeah, they played Scarface in Half Baked. He's gay.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect them if they do that, but sometimes it's shocking. Like, whoa.
Yeah, it was very surprising.
Yeah. But it's just that's how you know they're not pushing it to you though. Like they're not obsessed with it. You know what I mean? They don't have an agenda, obviously, because they keep it to themselves. You know what I mean? And that's how it should be. Because I mean, and I have nothing against gay people. Like I said, man, I have love for everybody. But I mean, like, I don't. You know, you don't need to tell everybody. I don't need to tell everybody either. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay if you're gay. But I mean, like, you don't need it when you start to have to tell everybody. And you made a point about that too. Then some people, you know, won't want to talk to you, or they'll treat you differently because of it too. You know what I mean? So you might want to keep it to yourself, or if you do tell people, you got to be prepared to how they're going to treat you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody's not with it, you know. And again, that's part of it. Everybody has the right to feel how they want to feel. I'm not endorsing saying anybody needs to commit a hate crime against you or anything, but I think everybody has a right. If they have religious beliefs that say, hey, you know what, we don't associate with gays, we don't, you know, do anything like that, then that's their right. And, you know, I think then if you get treated differently, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. And just to let everybody know again, I am not homophobic, I'm nothing homophobic, and if you come out, whatever, that's fine, I don't care. I just have an issue with government pushing it in kids' movies. That's my problem, and that's the only issue I have with it, is why do you have to push it to kids? What do you fantasize about that you need to see? It's just, anyways, I gotta go, man. You have a good one, Honcho.
All right, brother, man. Appreciate the
I
call.
love you, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate it. Man, I feel his pain, man, because, you know, I talk about certain issues, and we'll make that the last call, though. But I feel his pain. I talk about certain issues, and I get accused of homophobia. I get accused of transphobia. All I'm saying is everything has a place. And sometimes, you know, if you're promoting this as your agenda, if you're talking about your sexual orientation, you're talking about something sexual. And so my thing, like with the D-Wade kid thing, this is not even a sexual thing. Yeah, if you're talking about who you want to fucking have sex with or who you having a attraction, it's sexual. You know, 11 years old, how the fuck you know you gay? Like, again, but that's in Hollywood. Here's in Hollywood, though, they already move fast. When you in the entertainment and you're in Hollywood, you got parents like that, you're already moving fast. And then, like I say, they got the little 10-year-old cross-dressers and shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he saw that shit and was like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, well, fuck it. It said your homeboy is a liquor distributor in downtown. He says George Springer's at the gay bars all the time. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Did George Springer just get married? Who's the one that got married? So if you're about a dude hating on Gabrielle Union for taking his out to the gay pride parade, that dude was going on. Oh, man, yeah, that dude was going all the way. I seen one. He was calling him all kind of shit. Correa just got married, okay. Professor Ogilvy from the park, well, he looked gay. Professor Ogilvy looked gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked gay on the show. That's what I was like, well, why Monique want this gay dude? Let's see. But yeah, man, crazy. That's crazy though. You know, I've heard niggas say that they go to gay bars and they're more fun. I don't see how you have more fun at the gay. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I had a homeboy tell me, yeah, you know, well, because he had a homeboy that was gay, and I guess that they was cool with, you know, from school or whatever. I always knew the little dude was weird, but he wasn't ever my partner. So I guess he came to town, and so they went to the gay bar, and he was just like, man, yeah, it's cool. Everybody's having a good time, and it was all this. I bet. That's cool. I'm not going to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to be my scene, because what's going to happen is somebody's gonna get it fucked up. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna get it fucked up, and what they're gonna do is say, "Oh, guy in a gay bar must be gay." And they're gonna come put their hand on my shoulder, or they're gonna come say something awkward, and now I'm the bad guy because I'm in a place I'm not supposed to be, and I just start fighting a bunch of gay people. Now I'm a motherfucking hate crime. Now I done a bunch of bad shit. Yeah, I can't help it because this fucking mic picks up everything. Click, 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 click. Goddamn. Click, click, ASMR, goddamn. Yeah, man, I just can't do it though. It's like, again, I don't hate gay people. I don't promote it. I don't really, like, I don't hate you. I'm not finna stop you from doing what you're doing, but I'm not going to necessarily support what you're doing. So whatever you're doing, do you. Just don't cross my boundaries. And we cool, man. We have no issues whatsoever. But yes, love everybody. If we've had gay folks come in the den before, had people, gay folks come in on the Jesse stuff, and I'll treat them just the same as anybody else. Now, so I have no issue with that. If a trans person want to come in, they seem. I think trans people seem a little bit more often than gay people. It's from just the conversation, the experiences. It is what it is. But my thing is just this. Like, I respect people. I may not agree with your lifestyle. I may not agree with what you agree with, but I'm not going to just blatantly disrespect you. You're an entity, you're a human being, you exist. But once you cross that boundary, you get disrespectful, you get a little too fucking comfortable. It's going to be problematic. Okay, you said they fun, the drinks are strong. But see, it's different for women though. You know, it's different because like for women, a gay bar is a place where they don't feel that same level of pressure. Because even if you go to a straight bar, men gonna hit on you. If a woman wild, she gonna hit on you anyway. If you go to a gay bar, the women gonna hit on you, but the men ain't fucking with you. So you ain't really got that pressure. You don't have to deal with the toxic masculinity, you know. And, so, and that's all I'm saying, Jack. You know, so it's like it's a different level. So yeah, for women, it should be way more comfortable. For women, it should be way more enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that. I mean, I just couldn't do it, man. Oh, you gotta be in that bitch all night holding it. Can't drink shit in that bitch. I can't finna go pee. We gonna fight. Wow, that's whoever Matthew Shepard is a bad guy, and it definitely don't be. For me, I saw the thing too in California. Like that's what I say, California's gone crazy. I can't do California, dog, because I seen that they're teaching the kids fucking about transgender shit, and you can't. No, like what they need to do is. Look, it's fine. I remember when we had sex ed and health class, there was a small little window. And what they would do is we'd have a bunch of shit, but we were all in the class together. And then when they got to talking about individual male and female stuff, boys got split up, girls got split up, talk about the shit, came back together. What they need to do is boys get split up, girls get split up, and if you feel like you some type of trans property, then you go to a different situation. Like, I don't think you need to be... You know, because what you're doing, I don't know, it's a whole different thing, man. Because this generation is already, like, out of there, willing and accepting of everything. Like, you know, well, you got a dick, but you're a girl. Girls can, like, have you seen some of this fucking propaganda? Well, women can have uteruses. Men can have uteruses, too. Women can have dicks. Men have dicks, too. Like, it's just, man, it's like, it's a lot of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everybody's welcome. Like, I'm not gonna hate on anybody. I'm not saying, oh, you're bad for being gay or you're bad for being trans. It's just like, man, it's not my bag. I'm not gonna tell you fuck off or nothing like that. If we're talking about anything else, let's have that conversation. But when it comes to your sexuality, it's just not. It's not gonna fit here, and I know because we talk about fucking a lot from time to time. We talk about sex a lot from time to time. Sunday night confessions tomorrow. you know, I'm pretty sure some type of sexual topic is gonna come up, and it's probably gonna be brought up by me. That's just kind of how it works. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't fucking want to hear it. You know? Yeah, but I agree with the population control thing. I definitely. But my thing is this, man. It's like, look, you didn't get here without some type of straight sex, even if it was some self pleasure and somebody's busting nut in a fucking test tube and it took the combination of a man and woman for each and every one of us to exist. Okay. The fact these motherfuckers be out here trying to rename normal straight sex and do all this other twisted stuff because we want to give these categories because we got categorized. That ain't the case, man. Look, if you have the same genitals I have, you are a man. If you have the same genitals that I'm assuming most of the ladies, hopefully all of the ladies in the team that they have, then you're a woman. And that's just it. I don't know all the rest of this other shit. Like I'm not even trying to get hip with the terminology because I don't want to know. Gerbling. I don't think I want to know. If it's what I think it is, it sounds disgusting. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. Anything involving animal names is probably bad. Donkey punching is bad. Well, it's not for the dude because you're not getting punched. Maybe women might not like it so much. What's the one that they call it? What's the one that they call cis normative? That's terrible. And I'm telling you, let me tell you something though, real quick, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Let me tell you what's going on. Yeah, fuck that. Like who? That's live, dead, gerbil. None of it's right. But here is the thing. I told y'all about the story with the drag queens reading at the library. You see them heavily promoting this little 10-year-old drag queen, and now you got a bunch of other little kids doing it. Now you have, they're trying to teach all this little stuff in school about sex way early, sex ed to 5-year-olds who don't even understand colors, but we're going to teach them about genitalia. Like when you can confuse them, when the brain is malleable with thought, let's get them early so we can fuck them up, right? I tell you, me, I've been told a little, like we only believe in two things in this household. There's boys and there's girls. I don't care if you put women's clothes on, that's still a man. If a girl puts men's clothes on, that's still a boy. I don't care what they tell you at school. We talk about some stuff. It might not be as pleasant as I'm describing it now, but we make sure that it gets understood. But but they're teaching all this stuff so young, and I'm telling you, what's going to happen is they're going to start saying, well, children understand sex at a much younger age now, and they just comprehend it so well. They're already trying to lower the voting age to 16-year-olds who don't got no fucking sense. And then that's going to be the next thing, is endorsing pedophilia. You already seen them, the pedos trying to get their name added to the alphabet soup, throw the P on there, and not Master P. And so, again, this is what it's like, a conditioning thing. Well, the kids, they understand. We live in a different age. We have so many forms of contraception. We have, they know what they are at such a young age, and that's why they're embracing all this shit. Kodak got picked up by the feds today. Nigga Kodak staying some shit. That nigga there on some other shit. Kodak fucking up. Like I like the little nigga. Kodak could be talented, Kodak could be legit, but he keep fucking with a bunch of dumbass niggas and he keep trying to be something that he ain't gotta be. Like, you gotta realize when you the one, you got the talent, you got it, you gotta stop fucking with them loser ass niggas that's home. That's why fuck keeping it real, nigga. Like, fuck keeping it real, nigga. Like, on some real shit. I ain't keeping shit real, because when the real is staying real ignorant. Keeping it real means staying the same, never making a change. You gotta grow, you gotta make progress, you gotta have understanding and experience in life, and you develop into something better. Keeping it real means keeping the same mind states you had when you was a child. It's a childlike way of being. Stay loyal to some motherfuckers who ain't loyal to you. And keep it real, get you killed. You know, either them motherfuckers plotting on you or you plotting on your fucking self. Man, fuck all that. Fuck what a motherfucker I used to fuck with used to say about me. I don't give a shit. Honcho don't fuck with niggas no more. You think you this and that? Nah, nigga, I just don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Look, like I say, I still fuck with Baker Man. I still fuck with Shaq Kush. Like I say, I still got a couple of partners that don't even fuck with the internet. Like I say, it's one or two of them I still fuck with. Like I said, I got a handful of motherfuckers. Because when I was down bad at my worst, I was fucking with a handful of motherfuckers. When I was up and everything was Gucci and it was gravy, oh, you got plenty of friends. When I'm talking about, hey, let's go get fucked up, let's go hit the strip club, let's go do this and go do that. No, you got plenty of motherfucking friends. As soon as that gavel drop on your bitch ass, oh, they finna throw that nigga away, you know, woo, woo, woo. They whispering in corners and doing all this, you know. Same motherfuckers that you fuck with that you, hey man, I got you, we finna go have a blast. Hey man, look, you know, I'm out of work right now, I'm trying to find a job. Oh yeah, I got you, I'm seeing that information, I can get you in. You don't ever hear from them niggas like, I don't know, I wouldn't ask the motherfucker for shit, man. I was just trying to find an opportunity. Motherfuckers say, oh yeah, I got you. Don't ever hit you with the information. Like, how hard is it to send a nigga some information? Information? Damn, you can't do that for a nigga? Man, okay. So that's why I say now, it's a lot of motherfuckers, and like I say, you know, Soft Sports, a couple of thousand, this channel got a few thousand. It's nothing major. It's not like on no celebrity shit, but when people see you doing something, they see people fucking with you, now it be people coming out the woodworks, oh man, hey man, what's going down, man? You know, hey, man, I ain't talked to you in a long time. Oh, they're reaching out, getting random friend requests on a Facebook profile I don't even really fuck with. Like, how y'all get this profile? How y'all get this shit, man? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, look, it ain't no love lost. I have no love lost. You know what I'm saying? I have no love lost. I just fuck with who I fuck with, man. And when things get where they supposed to be, I'm fucking with who I fuck with. What is it? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, I fooled me once. It ain't gonna happen twice, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm a fast learner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kodak is talented. He's just foolish. You know, he's young and don't understand. Like, everything else is out of there, man. But here is the motherfucking. You say you type in the whole word, motherfucking word, check it, delete it. Is it? Is that what happened? I hope not. You say, dude, disappear, you get locked. Yeah, man, hey, Jack, I'm telling you. But you free, oh, what's good? What's happening? Oh, you know, this, and this. You know, hey, this, and this, and all this other shit. The raffle, look, yeah, I got you. I'm going to explain it. Exclamation point, the word raffle, all is one word. And then put a space and then put whatever number. So exclamation point raffle, and then like I'm gonna put 75. And then that's how you go. But yeah, Jack, you know, I appreciate y'all for fucking with me, man. I know we went on a little tangent at the end, a little ramble. I gotta go upstairs, check on a couple of things, but I'll probably still end up getting on the mixer. And what? The fuck is this nigga? Oh, what? Got a nigga with dreads, quarterback with dreads. What's going on? The dude's wearing makeup on YouTube, man. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. Look, that's what I'm saying. That boy Baker Man been fucking with me for a long time, man. I'm telling you, I used to have this thing about my feet because they were so big. And I had a stage. I had a. When my sister died, and this is why I say that kids don't know shit, especially when you teach them young. When my sister died, I was 13, man, and you know, you're in that age like junior high, going in the high school, and I had a phase, like I had like a old, I wouldn't call it emo, headbangery, just hate the world phase. I was just listening to some crazy shit because I was just relating to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I used to wear the fucking big ass pants because they were what they call them, elephant legs, because they would cover up my fucking feet because I hated my feet, you know. all kind of weird, crazy shit, you know. But yeah, that's how I look at. Banker man know what's up. But yeah, man, you say the dudes wearing makeup, yeah, man, and that's the thing. Like motherfuckers out there, I wouldn't look. Hold on, no dog collars, no Heelys, none of that. Just big ass pants. 'Cause I hated my fucking feet because they were so fucking big. Like that shit, I used to hate that shit. That was the only thing that would cover my shit up. I eventually got out of that, but you know, it was a phase. Like I said, I was fucked up. I was going tough on some, who was it? Some other shit. Just some of the old alternative rock, some other shit. And I ain't seen T.I. son. I know last time I mean, I've seen it was some years ago. Some of them little niggas were looking soft as hell. But makeup for men, wow. And I see that one dude, he like super big on YouTube, and apparently somebody just went in on him, and so they, you know, I guess they call themselves exposing him about something. The dude with James Charles, that's his name, because I see him on the Philly D shit. I'm like, nigga got two first names, James Charles or something like that. And this motherfucker is out there like a whole word. and motherfuckers love, like, I don't understand how women get tips. I don't understand how women get tips from gay men. Them motherfuckers don't want to fuck, they don't want you winning, they want what you want. Protect tips from fucking gay men. God damn it. Makeup tips from, man, anyway, it's time for me to wrap it up. So he was catfishing. That's what they exposed him for? Oh, who is catfishing men on Tinder? T.I. Kid or straight or James? I'm all over the place now. You know what I'm saying? Say no, I'm telling you, look like a school friend they call Green Acres, man. Look, that's a horrible name. Wow. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with the latest proofs over there. Wow, that's terrible. That's what I'm saying about the gay thing, right? Because if you're born that way, if it's this and that, then why are you out there trying to recruit somebody who's something else? Like, why are you out there trying to fool somebody who's something else? Why aren't you happy with the other motherfuckers who were born that way? You know, like, there's some sketchy behavior in that. I can't go out and catfish nobody. I'm a fucking dude. I can't go fucking catfishing women. Like, I mean, or whatever you want. I am what I am. Like, why are you trying to be something that you're not to get what you want? That I don't understand. Like, to be deceptive, to try to get some type of physical encounter. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that might be something to talk about. Let me jot that down. Jot these down in my notes. Cause it's the same thing with the trend. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that chick get out there and expose like had with like a 40-something minute video. I ain't watched that shit. Man, I saw something with the Met Gala thing that looked like some shit that Lil Uzi wear. You know what I'm saying? A lot of crazy shit, man. But anyway, yeah, and I know some people do that shit to make money, but I just don't understand, man. Like, you know, motherfuckers be at these little short-term cons and hustles, but some people just make a lifetime of con. I can't do it. I'd rather hustle. Like, I ain't saying everything I've ever done has been legal, but I always believe in business, and what I mean by business is good business, a fair exchange, that you go get what you want out of this deal, and I'm gonna get what I want out of this deal. You know what I'm saying? So if my money is my outcome, okay, I'm gonna make sure I provide you with a valuable product that you want, or service if it's something you need done. As far as whatever, we ain't finna go into past hustles because all of them wasn't legit. But you gonna get what you want out of this situation. I'm gonna get what I want out of the situation. Try to fool somebody, I don't believe in that shit. I believe that shit always come back on you. Like, no matter what, I can't be a con man. I hustle, but I'm not gonna con you, man. You know what I'm saying? And he tell me he's trying to do the print. Yeah, because there's so many motherfuckers who don't give a fuck. It's so many motherfuckers who are doing the same shit he doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna see that other video. A lot of motherfuckers gonna not give a shit, man. Say men say they like me, but exactly that's what I don't get either. If you are, man, look, like Bredo said, man, I'm not homophobic. I just don't understand. What is the saying that they make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. This shit don't make sense. You claim to be gay, a man that likes men, but then you dress, act, behave like a woman. Make it make sense, right? Like the deceptiveness of the whole situation is it's befuddling. It's confusing. But hey, y'all, I've been saying I'm gonna be out for like the last I don't know how long. I fuck with y'all. Shout out to Man Cave, Man Cave. I thought I was saying it wrong, but I'm saying it right. Man Cave, Man Up. I'm so used to saying Man Up. Shout out to Man Up. Shout out to Rigo. Appreciate the Benjamin love. Make sure y'all follow the Den Show on the proper social medias. Den Show Live on Instagram and Twitter, facebook.com/Den Show Live. All the links in the description if you want to join the Den Show Facebook group. I believe, who was with us yesterday? The Temple of Black Erotica. That's look, I gotta be careful. I'm just fucking with y'all. But shout out to her because I believe she joined the Facebook group. But all the links are in the description. If you want to follow my personal Twitter and Instagram, it's Honcho HTX, same stuff. I'm gonna start doing some more stuff on Instagram too. I really don't fuck with it too much, but I've been saying that, but I am. If you want to support the channel, you can make a monthly pledge via Patreon, patreon.com/The Den Show. If you want to support one time, you go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love, man. It's time for, not time for bed. I got a couple things to do. I might get on the mixer, so just, if I do, it'll be within the next 15 minutes. Damn, it's 1:30 already? Yeah, I may or may not. If I do, it'll be within the next 15 minutes. So if I ain't on the mixer in 15 minutes, then I ain't gonna be on tonight. But I appreciate y'all. I thank you all. Again, my gratitude for allowing me the privilege, because this is a privilege. You know, it's a lot of people that would love to be in this position. It is a privilege to get to speak with you guys each and every night, and I sincerely mean that. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me that opportunity. We'll be back at it tomorrow for Sunday Night Confession, so make sure y'all got a good confession. Look, y'all been scared the last few weeks. I don't know, man, because last time I did the Pastor Preacher Honcho, ain't nobody called in. So it was like 2 calls, but ain't nobody really called in. We gonna see. But tomorrow, 10 p.m. Central to midnight, Sunday Night Confession is usually pretty good though. So I thank y'all. Chunking up the deuce. Yes, hit that like button. Appreciate that soul better. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Hey, look, y'all ain't got to go home. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. We're gonna get this pimping. Bow. We're finna get that jack. We're finna get stolen on. Bow. But I appreciate y'all coming through for real. I fucks with y'all, man. Thank y'all very much, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow night.